So Sibona is going to a Libyan team.
Now,
Asweli.
Personally, I am not surprised. Why are you laughing?
You're so predictable.
I am not surprised he's gone to Libya, but I'm hurt. Honest in our player selection, nobody will choose Sibo ahead of Salim, who has gone to what? Somalia, Atole, Sudan. Nobody will choose Sibo ahead of the boy who played in Italy. If we were sincere and honest,
But you're saying that Salim Adams is better than Sibo.
I'm telling you, he's far better than him.
Anyway, guys, welcome to the Malam Go podcast. Today I'm with Coach Nimli and I'm with Achu Tamaklo. I've got news for you from Betway. I've got brilliant news for you, right? Because for the next 4 to 5 weeks, Betway is giving you the chance to win a 64 TV soundbar or a smartphone. All you have to do is to place a multi-bet of 10 Ghana cedis or more on three or more legs with odds totaling 2+ and add 2 or more EPL games. Bet more, top the leaderboard, and you could win either prizes. So you can win the 64 TV inch, you can win the sound bar, you can win the smartphone. All you need to do is to place a multi-bet of 10 Ghana cedis or more on 3 games or more legs with odds totaling 2+ and add 2 or more EPL games. So I've got that news for you, man.
You go win your bet money.
Go win your bet
Then
money.
this will be
And still
additives. Okay. Additional
But
additives.
you see, the boys say, if you take this thing seriously, you know, sometimes the views you form, the opinions you form about a player or a team is influenced by the quality of the pictures you are watching.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
Sometimes it's not the football you are watching, it's the screen you are watching the game on. So this one looks sharp.
Then go get
64
clear
inch.
clear 64 or get a smartphone or your soundbar and hear the bit. News coming through only 23 minutes ago. Fabrizio Romano posting that Chelsea have a verbal agreement with Emiliano Martinez. It's here we go. Club to club agreement. Aston Villa on a fee of 7.5 million of a permanent. Ndibu has given the green light. He almost joined Man United last summer.
Yeah.
And I think that when you watch Chelsea's game, which we'll talk about briefly, Chelsea maybe looked at Robert Sanchez for the first goal, maybe the second goal, and now they are looking at all the errors leading to go from goalkeepers from last season, and they are
The
thinking
guy, he needs some lashes.
they are thinking they need to get a new goalkeeper. I think that's what facilitated that Martinez move. What kind of signing, coach, do you think Chelsea have made here?
I think it's a brilliant signing, without a doubt. This is something that they needed. I've always said that back line has always been inexperienced. Since the last guys left, the Cahill and Cole left, it's been a mix of inexperienced defending. And even this season, if you look at the back line, completely new partnership.
I saw you mentioning Lacroix.
Lacroix, it don't come. So if you've gotten Lacroix and there is the boy from Spain, the boy from Italy,
Who's on Spain?
there's the left back, the new left back that they bought.
Hato.
No, they bought another left back. The one
Pep.
yes.
Yes.
Is it Cavaria?
Yeah.
And then there's the boy from Italy.
Yeah.
Although we saw
Palestra.
Achampon did so well.
Yeah.
It is an inexperienced back line.
Chaleba Cole.
So, yeah, Cole is there, but
The goal he allowed, I could not make sense of
yes.
it.
Which one? The second
The
goal.
second goal.
He's always not
was
been.
as if he was-
But Gonzalo was ahead of him.
No. So
Or maybe he also expected the goalkeeper to do better.
he was too late. That's the point I'm making,
yeah.
that he's your man.
Look, I think he's always been one of Chelsea's weakest link.
Cole.
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
He's too one-sided. So once, unlike other left-sided defenders, where we say, yes, for example, Lisandro Martinez, very left-sided, but he has a decent way of preventing you from exposing him on the right-hand side. Cole doesn't do that. Okay? And the Martinez guy that they've gone for, he brings a vast experience. vast experience.
A
In
World
fact,
Cup winner, Copa
he
America
reminds me
winner,
of
World Cup
when-
finalist.
He reminds me of when Man United brought in Edwin van der Sar.
Yeah. It
Van
was
der Sar
over
at the
30
time
years when
of
it's coming.
coming to, I think it was about 32, 34
Yeah,
years
yeah, yeah.
or so.
Yeah.
And he came in there
Hmm.
and he brought total stability. He was one of the reasons why, at a point in time, Vidic and Ferdinand became world class.
They still have the longest number of minutes without conceding a goal in the
Yes.
Premier League, I think.
Yes. And I think that is what Chelsea have gone for. In a very young team, the Chelsea team is a very, very young team.
Yeah.
Every now and then, it's getting younger and younger and younger. In a very young team. Hence the need to they thought of going to bring Danny Welbeck, John Henderson. This is another leader
Martinez.
in the dressing room that they've acquired. And I think he would walk in there.
Do you have a sense of Chelsea now completely shredding what they call their projects because
I won't say completely, but to
if
some
success wasn't
extent.
working, Pendes would have been based on the
Exactly.
project.
Based on the
Would have been
project.
Pendes or a younger goalkeeper coming in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now they are going for an over 30-year-old.
If they don't do
And they have
that,
3 30-year-olds
Of
now in
course,
this, in,
if they
this, in
don't-
this market.
if
that
they
we've got.
don't do that, they will not be competitive again. The Champions League is not a guarantee for them. We all saw last season. They placed 10th or 11th or so. So if you want to get back into the Champions League, there has to be a balance. You cannot be buying players under the ages of 22, 20 and expect them to go and be competing with players of other teams who by the time will be at their peak. Clearly you'll be fan wanting. So look, I'm happy Xabi Alonso, in accepting the job, has compelled them
Yeah.
to abandon some of their original plans. They said, look, no coach will walk into this.
He's actually the first person they've appointed as a manager.
Yes,
Maybe demonstrating that they're giving him a lot more of.
exactly.
Control.
A lot more authority
Yeah.
over whatever is being done. And I think that is what we are beginning to see reflecting in whatever they are doing. Look, it's a move I approved of. It's a move I believe is going to give them every chance of returning back to the Champions League. Most people are saying they have a chance of competing with the league. Yes, they may compete, but I think what the goalkeeper will give to them is that composure, that experience at the back, that organization, that most importantly, that voice that everybody there will listen to.
Right.
And if you are Lacroix and the guys at the back there and Martinez were to scream at you, you don't want him to do that for the second time because you know what is coming next. So just a simple message. Everybody will conform. You all have to conform. Okay?
So they're most experienced player now at the back.
Yeah, and he brings absolute confidence. See, defenders themselves get better when they are sure that the guy behind us is absolutely top notch. And he, Assad, when we need him to come to our aid, most often than none, he will help us solve a problem. Then they can be free to enjoy themselves, go about their basics of defending and make the team very solid.
Right.
So it is a move that I approved of, and I'm happy with the way they've gone about this. They showed interest 2, 3, 4 days maximum. Is done.
They're done. Let's talk about another big transfer that has been confirmed is going to happen. It's not been officially confirmed yet, but we know it's going to. Bakla is going to Liverpool. It's been a long time coming.
I wish it did not happen.
Why?
The rival bit in me.
Right.
Yeah, the rival bit in me doesn't want my rivals to get great players. But look, Bakula is a paradox. He can be terrible with his decision making. He can make decisions that even a rookie would not make.
Is he an advanced version of Billboard?
Oh, so he produces too much,
To classify him in the Billboard
Yes.
category.
but sometimes he
So
has
he's,
billboard tendencies.
he's their president.
Yes. So he has those moments in him, and we've seen it a lot on the big stage. Fortunately for him, at PSG, there was Mbappe, there was
Dembele.
Dembele, there was Kvaratskhelia, there was Desiree Doué. So it helped and allowed the team to absorb the shocks of his inconsistencies. But since those early, and let me say that even till date, those moments of immaturity are still there. But the other side of it, and this is why I say he's a paradox. When you look at his end products, his goal contributions and chances created, those are 99 percentile figures. Last week I mentioned them here. In the last 2 seasons, he's averaged 63 goals. On the average, that's a little over 31 goal contributions per season. Those are elite numbers. So for a player like that, with all the flaws he has,
Does it also help that he's playing the team that is by far superior to the rest in
that league?
Yeah.
And also, as I've said, and I'll come back to the bit about the support system that allows the team to absorb the shocks. So for a player like that, the idea that he can actually improve and cut out the excesses and get every decision nailed on, like Kvaratskhelia does, like Mbappe does for Real Madrid, is frightening. Like, if he goes a step or two higher, then you're looking at someone who could actually match Mbappe for numbers in terms of goal contributions. Because if for all of his inconsistency, and here's the thing, the 63 goal contributions are not evenly spread. The year before last season, he did 41. And then last season, there was a significant drop-off. And I explained that here last week. So if, let's say he does not even make a significant improvement, but he goes back to the player he was before last season, where he's giving you 41 goal contributions, that's serious. That is Mohamed Salah numbers at Liverpool. So when you look at it from what he produces, it seems like a very good fit as replacement for Mohamed Salah. Also, however sentimental you may be about Mohamed Salah, at the time the two of them walked into Liverpool, this guy is levels ahead of Salah.
Yeah.
Salah's last 2 seasons, he did 16 and 17 goals
That's
for Roma.
And it was unthinkable. It was like, wow.
At that time, it was unheard
For
of.
Roma, for Mohamed Salah, we thought like, ooh.
Because
So we think he was going to do 10, 11 in the
10,
Premier League.
11 in the Premier League.
Then he came in his first season, he was like,
And then he sort of doubles those numbers. But at the time this guy is walking into the season, the poorer of the past 2 seasons is 19 goal contributions, or 21 if you add the internationals. That is still higher than what Salah did in his last season before he joined. So he's walking into Liverpool a bit more experienced, a bit more exposed.
how old is he now? 23?
23.
23.
A bit more successful, because not a bit more. Super successful.
Super successful.
Yes.
World Cup semi-finalist.
semi-finalist, back-to-back champions.
4 goals at the World Cup.
So he's young, but has got the experience of winning at both club and national team for that he's taken into that Liverpool. So he's walking into the team better prepared, better exposed than Mohamed Salah was. The problem, however, is that those moments of his indecisiveness, Barcola could easily do 35 goal contributions this season, and you will still remember some yawa he do in the Champions League quarterfinal that resulted in Liverpool being eliminated, or some pass he did not make, or some shot he did not take, or some shot he took when he was supposed to dribble and then release the pass, or a pass he played earlier in the Premier League game somewhere in February, where Liverpool lost or couldn't win and effectively ends their Premier League campaign. That is what I fear. At his previous or soon-to-be previous club, when those moments happened, in the next action, Kvaratskhelia scored, or Dembele scored, or Desiree Doué, or before that, in his first season, Mbappe scored. That allowed the team, as I've said, absorb the shock of his indecisiveness. So the billboard moments would have happened, but PSG will still go on to win the league. They still go on to win the Champions League because there are too many other players chipping in. At Liverpool, he will be the main guy because the 130-something they spent on Wirtz. I'll come to you, Zach. On Wirtz, clearly you cannot trust Wirtz to lead that attack, not even as the lead creator. He relies too much on combinations and short passes, bouncing the ball off teammates. That makes him almost too one-dimensional in terms of his creativity. He's not a sort of guy that can pick up the ball and drive through the channels or spin and see a 10, 15-yard pass and play it. That's not Wirtz's game. And I feel it doesn't look like he's going to adapt his game. So I don't think any Liverpool fan should bank their hopes on him as the lead creator. In terms of match winners, in that front three, Ekitike does enough, but last season, there was this period where he went about 5 weeks or 4 without scoring a goal. That can happen. Alexander Isak, his confidence is rock bottom. Because if he was high on confidence, there were some of the runs he did not attempt in that game. That penalty that they won, initially, I thought Szoboszlai was saving the ball for Isak.
Szoboszlai is Liverpool's deputy penalty taker post Salah. Now that there's no Salah, you're thinking the same.
But when you are the club's most expensive signing, show that you are now the leader of that team, especially in attack.
But Szoboszlai
Also because of-
it's a better penalty taker, isn't he?
Also because
his
of how long he had been
Are
taunted,
crazy. Yeah.
I expected him to show that responsibility, pick up that ball.
No,
and
but
save.
if you didn't agree that Szoboszlai is a penalty taker, why
can change it.
When
Why,
Salah,
would you
At
in the
that
game at that
level-
moment,
At that
last
level,
kick of the game, try
it's
to
decided already.
Yeah.
Sicho, it's a new season. Salah is away. This is a new Liverpool team.
So you're thinking they
there's
wouldn't
a new manager here.
You're thinking the new manager wouldn't have told them that this is my penalty taker.
I get that. but
After
I'm-
Szoboszlai extending his contract, I think he has more responsibility.
I'm saying that if he shows a bit more responsibility, if he shows a bit more personality in training, in the dressing room before now, and tells the manager, I want these responsibilities, the coach will trust him for a while.
But ultimately, it's like Bruno Fernandes. But for Cristiano Ronaldo, whose numbers are astronomical and is so successful at it, nobody walk into Man United and think that because I'm the
Do
number
you
9.
remember?
Like,
Do you remember the Grimsby game last season?
yes.
Do you remember why Šeško did not take the penalty?
Why?
The first 5, it was the same. It was the same issue. The confidence simply was not there to even among the first 5.
No. I get the confidence part, but
Yes.
I'm saying if it was a Liverpool team that didn't have a player like Szoboszlai, whose penalty ratio, conversion ratio is elite.
But the guy has played 6. It's not like he's got Szoboszlai.
No, not for
But you
Liverpool.
know,
Throughout his career,
I'm saying that at
both for
Liverpool-
Hungary. No, both
at
for
this
Hungary.
level, yes.
Both for Hungary, and his penalty taking is to the same direction, always successful.
I get that.
He's missed only one penalty in his entire career.
Yes, but you see, at Liverpool,
From Leipzig, from Liverpool, from Hungary.
at Liverpool, he's only taking when Salah is not on the pitch.
Yes.
Now the first choice is gone. You, the centre forward who they spent a ton of money on, you still want a central midfielder to take the penalties.
But is he a better penalty taker than
But do you know what?
Szoboszlai?
I understand where you're coming from.
I absolutely get it.
But normally at that point, these are things that every top coach would have decided on before they get onto the pitch.
I guarantee.
That's why-
I guarantee
that's why I
something.
said-
As the season progresses, if Isak is scoring, say, 9 goals in 13 games, and Liverpool in match day 14, 15 have got a pen, I won't be surprised if Szoboszlai says, carry
Go
on.
take it.
But at the start
Or
of
he
the
asks for
season,
it.
yeah, or he asks for it, and Szoboszlai is like, yeah, why not? But at the start of the season, or there will be games where Szoboszlai is injured,
Exactly.
and then Isak
If you
will take
look
it,
at
and he's scoring.
the way the game actually went.
Last
Where
kick
it
of the
was being
game.
played.
I'm saying that because his confidence is gone, he could not even go and say,
No, it was
I'm taking-
against his
No, but you don't have to. You know,
employers.
but I'm saying you don't have to go and
it is
ask
the
at the time.
occasion. It is the occasion that makes me, because I was waiting for a moment.
You go on. I have some few things to
Yes,
say. on
I was
that
waiting
one.
for a moment where Ishak would say, "You."
No, but if I'm a coach, I don't want that nonsense.
I saw the taunt and all of that.
94th minute.
Yes.
They were losing the game 2-1.
Charlie.
Yes.
If you are the boss, who would you trust? Would you say, Isak, because you are the most expensive player, go
And
take
you're
it?
playing against a
Or
football club.
the one who takes it, or the one who took it anytime Salah was not around? Who would you trust it?
Here's the thing: we've seen enough of this game to know that the biggest strikers, the biggest personalities, they would always break the protocol.
They have to earn it.
You cannot. He
They have
hasn't
to
done
earn
that.
it.
Yes, and I'm saying that.
Isak hasn't earned it.
Thank you, but
At Liverpool, he has-
part of it is because of the confidence that is gone, and I'm saying is the reason.
Oh, I don't necessarily look. Isak from last. If Isak was banging in 15 to 20 goals last season, Salah will still take the pens, right?
This is Salah.
Yes.
And I'm saying that Szoboszlai's records in pen is elite. Szoboszlai is not a normal player with penalties.
And
He's
and
elite,
also-
elite level executor.
And also, let's give Isak a bit of
Time.
grace time.
Yeah.
Because he had a terrible injury. that took all his game away from him. We all know he's a good player. On his day, on form, these are things he would do. But like Sicho rightly said, he's yet to earn the right to be the main man.
But for me, I think for this one, you should.
Has he?
But
if I'm a coach and you are my striker and you try that thing at that time of the game and it goes south, I have a big issue with you.
Fair enough. But by and large, the point fundamentally is that he is the leader of that attack. His confidence is gone. So if you look at that team no longer has a leader. As far as match winners go, they don't have one. That is where my worry is. That he may have a fantastic season, but the moments where he doesn't show up will end up defining Liverpool's season. Because structure.
Now you're talking about Bakula then.
Yeah.
Yes, Bakula. The moments where he doesn't show up or he disappoints might be what defines Liverpool's season. Because structurally, look, that team will be playing basketball for the entire season. And there was something I didn't like from what the manager said. He said he doesn't believe they need a holding or a number 6. That means he thinks this team can play in a way that does not show the weaknesses.
We'll come and talk about the big systems and how they fared in their Monday.
Yes.
And we'll look at what the problems
by and large,
look like.
I think it's a brilliant signing. It's a perfect Mohamed Salah replacement. But the other guys in that attack needs to start showing up.
Right.
Otherwise, you could have PSG kind of numbers at Liverpool and he still will not deliver his silverware.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I have to say about Bakula.
Okay.
The player himself is a good player. But if care is not taken, he will struggle.
Why would he
He
struggle?
will struggle because, like Achu just said, he's moving into a team where he's got nobody to look up to.
I don't understand that.
If he had come into this thing with Mohamed Salah at his peak, that is.
But when Salah was coming, who was Salah looking up to?
That is why you and I agree that.
Bakula no.
Meba.
Ngomoa them are coming to look up to him.
Meba. That's what I'm saying.
Who know what the champion look to? Who better look up to somebody?
In that PSG team, he was never the main man. He played without any pressure.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure was carried by the likes of Mbappe, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and co. He was asked to go in and express himself. And that's why you saw that anytime he came on, he would do things and he'd never bothered.
Yeah.
Whether it worked out or not, it wasn't a problem. But in this Liverpool setup, at this current state,
He's the guy.
he has to be the guy. Can he be the guy? Or is he used to being the guy? That is where I'm a bit uncertain about him. Okay? The Liverpool team, you see, their front line, I don't still see any proper chemistry amongst them. There's Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Bobby Firmino chemistry existed. When Bobby left and Mane left,
I mean, after Bobby left, it was Mane, Diaz, Salah. So Mane started going down the middle and
exactly.
and then Mane, Diaz, Salah really worked well as well.
This
And even
time
later, we saw Diaz, Gakpo, Salah briefly in Klopp's last season.
and then in Sloth's first season.
Yeah.
This time around, there's no chemistry at all. There's no chemistry, no balance in the front three. He just mentioned Florian Wirtz.
Florian.
Why is it that? He just mentioned.
Is that how he did it?
Is that how he mentioned it?
No, but how is the name pronounced? It's Florian Wirtz.
Florian what?
Wirtz. It's W and then the U is Wirtz.
You can't pronounce that after swallowing anything.
So you see, with him, Isak, maybe if Ekitike had not gotten injured, we all saw what he was doing until he got injured.
Yeah, he was
maybe he would have provided that. Come on, let's go. We can do this. He's walking into this team at a very, very difficult time. So Bakula is coming in under pressure. Nobody spends 100+ million on a player and he's expected to be given any time.
But the add-ons,
He has, that was it.
20 million in add-ons.
He has to get in there and hit the ground running. Me, I'm not going to have that patience for him. Because when it was somebody else's player, they had no patience for that player. So why should I? But he's a good player. Now, if you look at the way Liverpool are playing their football under this current manager, I can see him using him like he used Antoine Semenyo. But a lot will come, or a lot will fall on the player's own decision, making. That is what may do or undo him.
But is still young. We're talking about 20.
Yeah,
can the coach still improve that?
Of course.
But if Luis Enrique couldn't do it, then maybe nobody can.
No, I don't want to say so. But I think he was in a better setup there that he's going to be experiencing here. Here, he needs time to understand. He needs time for everybody to be at the same level for them to produce. Liverpool needed a winger. So they've gone for him. My only worry is that right-hand side of the attack hasn't been solved. Because Bakula preferred to play on the left. That is where he's most dangerous and can operate effectively.
They brought in Munoz. In Gomoa, we saw him do cameo there. They've still got
They all want to play on the left.
They
all want to. They all favored playing on the left-hand side. Okay?
So there's a bit of imbalance.
Because look, when they had Salah and Mane, we all saw the inverted threat of the two players and how powerful and skillful and pacey they were. So both flanks had proper balance and they benefited as a group. But if all of us want to go there and nobody want to be here, because whoever is on the right is very uncomfortable, it makes whoever is on the left work very difficult because the opponent now realizes that this is their most potent zone. Once proper attention is given there, you need to up your game to undo your opponent. So the man is a good player, or the boy is a good player. He will get better, sure. But Liverpool will do themselves a lot of good if they don't put too much pressure on him. The expectancy level will have to drop a bit because he's coming at the age where upon all the numbers that Achu put out there, how many 23-year-olds wingers can you say for sure will wrap up such numbers? So those are huge numbers. For a winger, they have, in fact, in my view, astronomical numbers. But he was in a system that allowed him to express himself freely and enjoy his football. As we speak today, the system he's going into is not yet established.
Right. Obviously, I think that what I was saying about Bradley Bakula is, and maybe the stats also backs it up. I'm not going to say for sure it does, but a cursory looking at it, if you want to go into proper data analysis, maybe you find something else. But if you want to look at the data on the surface, so 2 seasons ago, his numbers, as Achu mentioned, were very high. It dropped last season.
Almost half.
And there is an explanation that when I've paid that. There is an explanation when you look on the surface of the data to that, because 2 seasons ago, people will forget that Kvaratskhelia came mid-season. 2 years ago, when they were the first champions, he came mid-season.
In January.
In the first part of the season,
he played a lot more.
Bakula played a lot of games. Like he had a run of games. Once Kvaratskhelia came, he still took his time to settle into. Bakula would play more. Kvaratskhelia would come on in Champions League games. They would do well. By the start of the second season, Kvaratskhelia was about the fittest PSG forward. Bakula had his own niggles as well. So he would be off Due, would be off Dembele himself. And then Kvaratskhelia will play more. He also go off, Bakula will play. But when important games came, it was more of Kvaratskhelia playing, Dembele and Due. And at that, Bakula comes off the bench to also play. I think the thing about the player Bakula is, and I have a feeling Mohamed Salah is similar. There are a couple of players who are similar, is they are never polished if they are not playing regularly. If their game rhythm and game times are truncated and they are having cameo roles, it affects. And that is why when you watch Bakula, his indecision, as for the skill there, it's natural, it's there.
It's explosive.
But he will dribble and he will be indecisive about whether to score or pass or what to do, what kind of technique to apply. But when you watch a Bakula who has played 7 games in a row, his decision making becomes refined. It becomes like more consistent, sharper. And it's the same for Mohamed Salah. If Mohamed Salah is missing a couple of games and he comes, it takes a bit of time for him to be sharp, for him to be crisp about his game. I'm hoping that is true for Bakula. And in Liverpool, like you said, the man they've paid for him is empowerment to start. Like, at least he will own that place for this season. And until everybody thinks, even Anthony was playing now until everybody, when everybody knew it was Shansa, he was still playing because it was expensive. So I think with a lot more of game time and of course, when Bakula was making those cameos at PSG, anytime he played, he was almost under pressure to make sure he's scoring or assisting, because you're in direct competition with too many players who, if you are not producing, because the player comes to your place, he has scored twice, he assisted one. You can't come and draw blank. So he had to do things. I think at Liverpool, he'll be his own man, have the freedom of knowing that he's not necessarily in competition with anybody. And with more game time, maybe we see a Bakula who is more refined in those decision making. And decision makings are normally not terrible. They are shocking.
Yeah.
It's like you've dribbled the whole game. We saw the Champions League final against Inter. There was a boy who dribbled, near post is there, far post is there. He wanted to squeeze the ball. He wanted to squeeze the ball to the near post.
Even this one, the final against Arsenal. The second touch that takes the ball wide.
It's those. He does everything right and overthinks one thing. And I think with more game time and confidence, he can be an unplayable player.
He's a good player.
In the system that I realize trying to play. But we'll see. Let's talk about Kwesi Sibo, shall we? Or let's talk about let's talk about Kwesi Sibo. So Sibo now is going to a Libyan team. Asweli. And the rumors were that he was going to make 10 million in 2 years. Now we are hearing from Godfred Akotobua, who is very close to the agent who brokered the deal, knows him personally. And Godfred says that it's not 10 million, it's not 8 million, it's not 6 million, it's not 4 million. So when he was counting the money down, I was like, okay, so if it's not 10, I'm thinking it should be 8. If it's not 8, it should be half. If it's not 5, then why is Sibo going to Libya? And now eventually realize that the money is $2 million in 2 years, which is still a lot of money, right? But what do you make of that move? The 22-year-old Black Star super midfielder.
22 or 28?
The 28-year-old, the Black Star super midfielder who...
Don't trigger him.
Super midfielder.
Yes, the Black Star super midfielder who started
Sibo.
Who started all the games at the World Cup but the Panama game. And when it came to the Panama game, we saw the difference. It brought the calm, control, calm. It was clear.
Energy.
It was clear. Before he came to the game, Panama was running the midfield ragged. When he came to the game, Sebo was clear that he stabilized the team.
Okay.
And things. But
you see,
I think it was 10 million, coach. And before you come in, if it was 10 million and we got a win, that the 10 million, the club has already paid 5 million. So I'm thinking, Sebo is 5 million richer. If it's 10 million, I think there's no club in the world, in my opinion, who pays about 10 million anywhere in the world. So if it's 10 million, I can understand the law to come to Libya. But if it is 2 million, then I'm wondering.
So what that tells you and I is that we have been told that was the best deal available to him.
No, we know teams were in England and Spain and
that's
Saudi.
what I'm saying, that of all the teams that came
nobody was
forward,
paying more than 2 million.
nobody was paying more than 2 million. That is why he's ended up in Libya.
Which is still a lot of money, by the way. We are not saying 2 million Ghana cedis, $2 million for a player who has played in the clubs that he's played for, in the levels that he's played for. He's only played one season in the La Liga, which wasn't special. His team still got relegated. So $2 million for such a player is still a lot of money. But we are wondering that a Black Star international who went to the World Cup and was super, coach doesn't want to hear that. It went to the World Cup and symbolized the midfield. It kept Declan Rice, Harry Kane, everybody close. You're wondering, could you have got a better deal? It's a head scratcher now. Now we realize it's 2 million.
Personally, I am not surprised Why are you laughing?
You are so predictable.
Okay,
No, you see,
continue.
I am not surprised he's gone to Libya, but I'm hurt. I wanted him to go somewhere better. Okay? Look, Sibo, we watched when he got into. I mean, look, his very first game for the Black Stars
Accra was the
at the Accra Sports Stadium, I think, against Mali, right? When everybody was praising him. And I was shocked. Sibo. I say, my friends who are journalists, am I watching something different from what they are watching? Okay. Most of them don't have technical eyes, so that is why I can understand. But when I sit down and I technically
profile him.
profile the player, what did I say? Inkesibo elebotwa. He's strong, he's big. But football goes beyond that. If football is about size, how big you are, then Messi would have never played football. And the rest, Iniesta, Xavi Hernandez, and those players, Eden Hazard and co, they would have never played football. But football, fundamentally, is about your ability on that round object. What do you do? Once you can play with the object, then you a bit of physics to your game. You need stamina. You need to apply your brains, and then you need to do some few other things. Enye Benechi, you understand that guy?
Can't control him.
He can control and pass. Don't laugh. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry.
Oh, Charlie.
You say things in a way that satisfies.
And yet, but he can't control and pass. Atu, is today the first day you are hearing me say that?
It's the way you say it.
He can't control and pass.
The way you said it in the game.
And yet,
But the World Cup, he gets on true ball.
Oh, I beg you, yeah. I beg you, yeah.
That's Semenyo Cross.
I beg you, yeah. I beg you.
He gave Wekan true pass.
Hey, you won't kind of cry.
But he gave Semenyo a true pass.
The pass way, Semenyo Cross, people were blaming that Jordan wasn't in the box. It was
If he
Sibo.
give that pass,
Beautiful pass. The pass was so good.
Midfielder.
The pass was so good that
midfielder when he played 3.5 games. That be the one forward pass you can remember. Then there's a
But it
problem.
was so good. You
Then there is a
you
problem.
didn't believe he's the one who played it.
He will do that 1 out of 1,000. Look, Sicho, let's call the spade a spade.
Right.
That is his profession. That's why he's choosing to earn a living. So I'm happy he's gotten somewhere to make some money. Football, he cannot play for you till that kingdom.
Yeah, and he's 28 years. Getting
Maybe
into the
he's left with about maximum 6 more years, in my view, to play. So at that age and at this level, you should go after the money because he's not going to get better as a player. He's gone beyond the developmental stages. He's gone beyond the stages where you say this player is yet to hit his peak. I think, although he just popped up into the Ghanaian scene, he's on the dip. I look at the
Does
profile.
that affect his Black Stars chances?
We'll come there. I think his Black Stars chances, if I'm the decision maker, irrespective of wherever he plays, I still don't see him good enough for the Black Stars. It isn't because he's gone to Libya. For me, I don't care where a player plays. Because the Black Stars has got standard. There were times the Baby Jet was playing in the UAE. But you didn't doubt.
I mean, Antonio never really played in a big league.
Exactly.
Yes.
But anytime Pablo came, you could see that he was up to the.
I mean, Harrison
Affo was playing in Esperance.
Yeah.
When he was dominating the Black Stars.
Yeah, he didn't have to play in Europe. He was playing.
Kojo Asamoah got his first Black Stars call up when he was at Liberty Professionals in 2008. Agreed. So if the player is good, he's good. If he's up to the standard, he's up to the standard. Look, Sibo and Elisha Owusu,
Elisha is on his way to Turkey, we understand.
he is gone to take it to another team that we don't even know where they came from. A newly promoted team.
This guy, Apombe Price also signing for Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce.
Yes.
Interesting.
You understand? So if you look at the Black Stars midfield that we took to the World Cup, I mean, every Ghanaian who listened to me, I mean, knew my view on that midfield.
So all our midfielders are catching moves. Partey is in
Yeah, Partey is, for him,
Urenchi
it doesn't matter where he plays his football.
Urenchi is in commentary was immense for them in the
Carabao Cup.
Yeah, Carabao
I watched
Cup
that.
was brilliant.
So
Yeah,
the
he was,
pass,
he was really good.
I watched that
Yeah, he
boy.
was really good.
We've all rated that boy, right?
Absolutely.
So are you shocked?
No.
He went for close to 30
million.
30 million. Somebody's going for 2 million.
He's not going for 2 million. He's earning 2 million.
He's earning 2 million, so
a
it's a free transfer.
But come to think of it, how much was his signing on fee as a free agent though?
Maybe
Is it all part of the? No, it could be all part.
It could be all part. It could be all part of the 2 million,
Wow.
exactly. Okay, so look, I'm happy he's gotten a team. Because what I wouldn't want to imagine is him not getting
So now we're waiting for Jordan
where
to
he
announce
could
his
play football. But once he's gotten a team, so be it. But look, going forward, I think that is the end of him when it comes to the Black Stars. Now, you know my stand. When it comes to the Black Stars, I don't compromise.
Even if he goes to Libya and he balls out,
You see, I've just told you
that in fact.
that nipa no ball no ele twa ele ball twa si ball ele ball twa
No, okay. All right. Even before he played for the when he played for the Black Stars, when he was playing over here, he didn't think he was good enough.
Yes,
If he goes to Libya and maintains his level, or that's better. Is this
I've told you
the
that
Black Stars?
if the handlers of the Black Stars will be sincere and honest in our player selection, nobody will choose Sibo ahead of Salim, who has gone to what? Somalia, Atole, Sudan. Nobody will choose Sibo ahead of the boy who played in Italy. That Hausa boy, what is his name?
Suleiman.
Suleimana. If we were sincere and honest,
But you are saying that Salim Adams is better than Sibo.
I'm telling you, he's far better than him. Technically, vision-wise, on the ball, I would choose Salim Adams 100 times.
And
before.
he's not a DM.
Oh, and what is Sibo?
A DM.
I beg you, yeah.
But we saw him.
Oh, Judge,
the man against Declan Rice.
He was breaking up plays.
He was DM.
was
So where was
covering-
Madam
When he
playing?
was Ghana and England, DC Bellingham,
He was just pushing people.
and he's part of the DM.
When the ball gets in, what did he do with it?
But Partey didn't do anything with the ball.
I beg you, yeah.
But we were not playing. We didn't want to play.
But anytime the controller touched the ball, you saw the vase.
The game wanted to play, no. That was why he gave the true pass.
Nah, I feel you.
So all the other game, we're not playing.
Which game did you play at the World Cup? That is why you are angry with Carlos Queiroz. You are angry with Carlos Queiroz because he's limited our players. But you are thinking that
So
Sibo is not part of.
the day he liberated Sibo,
Sibo
saw that,
oh Lord Jesus.
Oh Lord Jesus.
The day Sibo was liberated, we all saw it. We all saw it.
Unleashed.
Look.
Unleashed Sibo.
He unleashed. We took on the chain of the Sibo. And when the Sibo roared,
for me, look, I'm happy he's gotten a place
Right.
to play his football. But look, the quality, Charlie, the quality is too down. Michael Essien, Stephen Appiah, Laye, Kevin Prince Boateng, Kodjo Asamoah, Anthony Anna, Ajiman Bedu, Rabiu, and the Black Stars we have seen, the midfield we've seen in recent times.
no, it's no comparison. There's no.
At all.
But let me get true thoughts on it.
No, I mean, come on, no more, come on. We are waiting for that. No, what can Cote d'Ivoire you at ball? We are playing Cote d'Ivoire.
As for that game, Sibo will play.
La ilaha illallah.
There's no time to build a new midfield. You know if you have a coach.
Sibo.
Oh, Constant.
They should call the.
Oh, he
Wait.
will roll. He will roll.
If he was able to stop Declan Rice, and
Oh,
Bellingham,
Jajama,
who is Frank Kessié and Sangari?
look, against Cote d'Ivoire,
Kessié and
we are playing
Sangari.
Partey, Caleb Yurenchi,
and Yurenchi.
and then Suleimana.
No, please.
I beg you, yeah.
please.
Sibo.
We are using the same midfield that conquered
England.
the third place finished team at the World Cup. Ghana is the only team England is score against at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Because of who?
Sibo.
Thank you.
Sibo.
Sebo.
Sibo-tastic.
That's a fantastic symbol. But I don't know what you think about that deal.
I don't know how and why people were believing that somebody in Libya was going to pay.
Give him 10 million. Say, hey,
If you know-
Sibo.
Ali Ibrahim Beba is the owner of Swelly. The guy is rich, but he's not the kind of guy, or he doesn't have the kind of money that would allow him to pay. Yes, he's very connected. So in Libya, his brother is the prime minister.
All right.
Hamid Dbeiba is the prime minister of Libya. He's a businessman. He handles national security. He also handles negotiations for them when it comes to the Libyan warring factions and all of that. So pretty important, well-connected figure. But he just doesn't spend the kind of monies that people were saying they were going to spend. Also, you have to look at Sebok's last contracts, because these people are not stupid.
They're not.
No matter how rich they are, they will try to look at your current value first before they will make a certain outlay.
The last contract could very much determine your value.
Sebok's last contract, he was earning 7,500 euros per week. Per week.
So roughly,
Less than 90,000, I think, annually.
Annually, yeah.
So the idea that these people were going to pay him 10 million and then pay him 5 million upfront from me, I thought was quite shocking. If you look at this 3 million or 2.5 million that Godfred is reporting, I think that's a bit more believable, because if you do even 1 million annually, that's over 19,230, I think, per week. That is feasible. Like, they can look at 7,500 and then say that, okay, now he's been to the World Cup.
I want to get this clear. And I think I asked you the same thing. Is the 2 million a signing on fee, and now he'll be taking?
No, that's the value of the contract. We don't know about the signing.
Another salary.
no, I think
that's the value of the
that's the
contract.
value. Well, if they use the
As
term,
for
the
signing
value
on
of the contract
fees,
and all those
signing on fees are hardly ever communicated.
Disclosed.
Mbappe was about the exception. Even that, no one knows specifically how much Madrid paid Mbappe as signing on.
Right.
Yes. So usually it's the value of the 2-year contracts. And I think for that, it is easier for them to pay what?
So which means
1
he would have
million.
taken some maybe 500,000 or some another 1 million
Yes.
for signing on.
No, I think
No, he will definitely get a signing on.
He'll get a signing
Yes.
for maybe.
We just don't know the
between
figure.
$100 to $300,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
But normally the package for the whole contract will give you a fair idea what
Of
the signing
what the
on
signing-
fee-
Because
fee.
normally maybe it will be even from the signing on fee that the agent who brokered the deal will get his money.
Will get his
Yes,
commission.
that's
Sibo
what he
keeps
gets.
this, so maybe,
Yes.
yeah. So
And it's also entirely possible that Sebok could tell Dbeiba and his people that this agent brought the deal. Once he's the third party you appointed, you pay him. Right. They may be happy to take on those associated costs so that Sebok doesn't even have to pay
but
him.
there's also fear that places like Libya, maybe at times Egypt and Co.
No,
they are
see,
not
that
trustworthy. in
that
terms of-
fear is there, but he would eventually get his money. One, because of the person, as I've established, Dbeiba is literally the Libyan president. His brother is the prime minister. They have an image and reputation to protect. Number
They
two,
want to hold the 2028. So Sibo is a project signing.
well, you could say,
AFCON.
And that's how they sign.
So if you go to Libya now, you have this.
no, they are
you have
standing.
this,
No.
you have this billboard like
you see, you
welcome
watch
to-
you watch Syria. They signed this boy from Lecce.
yeah, the lecture boy that they sign. Oh, what's his name?
I think it's a Malian
It's not the
boy or
same team with Sibo.
Yes.
Yes. They sign.
They are spending.
Yeah, they are.
But what they are doing is that they are picking free agents who used to play at high levels.
Yes. Sibo is
Then they will give you-
but
No, but that's the truth. But that is the part. You just don't want to
I
accept
don't
that.
see Sibo is signboard for Libya
Sebok is a franchise. Sicho.
Oh, they can put his
Sijo.
number there. It doesn't change.
because
anything.
he's a project signing.
Sebok is a
check
franchise signing.
Franchise.
He's a franchise.
You see the way Saudi Arabia are signing Ronaldo. Thank you. Sibo is Cristiano Ronaldo. To me, Sibo
The poster boy of the project.
of the project. Oh, Jesus. Symbolistic Sibo. Sibo.
What's that?
So look, these are smart business people. But as to the fears of they not honoring the contract, as I've said, they've got an image to protect. Number two, these days FIFA does a very good job at protecting player contracts.
Yeah,
The only issue is that it may take a while.
but eventually,
But eventually, and
Get
and
paid.
these days, if you look at the nature of the rulings that CAS and FIFA have been given in these matters, they even go as far as asking clubs to pay interest on it.
Banda. Lamak. Banda.
Lamak Banda, thank you very much. They had to vote case with their former Tenka.
the one they refused to.
There were interest payments negotiated into the
Oh, yeah, no,
and
yeah,
FIFA
for-
insisted
absolutely,
on it.
yeah, for sure.
So as for this one, and as I've said, the person running the club is too visible. He cannot run away with the money. Even if the club defaults and you go to FIFA and you're able to get a ruling in your favor, he will get his money.
I think he really dominates in Libya.
So, no, my fear for him,
I think Thibaut will control games in Libya.
he will do well there.
Controller.
My fear, not really for him, is for us, really.
Right.
Because our central midfield options are not great. And it looks like we'll have to pray Partey stays fit for the next 3 or 4 years. Because the midfield options we have now, I don't think any kind of combination is enough to take over from Partey's leadership in the next 2 years. I've looked at the role of the players who are likely to be called up for the next Black Stars. So the word is that the kid at Zaragoza, I think one of your friends may have trained him, Yusuf Saidu. Yeah. Very good player. He is a bit more expressive on the ball than Kwesi Sibo. Also, trusts himself a lot. And so sometimes he will take risks in places where you would not expect a central midfielder. But basically more comfortable on the ball. I think he played 31 games last season. But that is also a very low level because Zaragoza is third tier of Spanish football.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Yusuf Saidu. If he gets called up, Francis Abu, okay.
Started playing again.
Ibrahim Sulemana, okay. But you don't look at our central midfield options.
Caleb.
Yurinchi, okay. But you don't look at our central midfield options and scream that there is a ready-made combination now that can be the bedrock for the new Black Stars team. Because like it or not, we've got big decisions to make. And when we get to the Oscar Nasser conversation, we'll talk about why the country needs him to have at least a career similar to Salisu. Because Salisu is now established at Monaco.
Yeah.
When he's fit, he plays. and not what Abdul Mumin has become. Struggling with injuries and all of that, because we've got big decisions to make on who replaces Jiku and all of that. The options are there. But I don't like the fact
As for
that
Jiku, I mean, we know Adite can do the job. He has demonstrated.
Lukasen, yes. Lukasen scored at the World Cup.
Nathaniel Ejay.
Lukasen scored. Why are you not talking about Lukasen? Name what stage is bigger than the World Cup? Lukasen scored at the World Cup.
One way and quality. People, they are dishonest with. That's why you leave a Nathaniel Ejay, a player who captained your under 20 to win the AFCON under 20 some few years. That's why you leave him. He plays in France over 28 league games. Proper centre back who is confident on the ball.
You
good
can
in
have
tackling.
Nathaniel Ejay and Lukasen.
No. Nathaniel Ejay and Ajete and Pepra and Co. Jiku, Jerome. Lukasen ASA cra.
Anyway.
Eba me ASA.
But I think for our
Lukasen.
For our sake, we need Ibrahim Sulemana. We need, as for Yurinchi, I think he's okay where he is. But we need Ibrahim Sulemana, Abu to stay fit.
Yeah.
Ashiru Majid to stay fit.
Yeah.
At least those three.
In my mind, I've moved on from Ashimera. I don't think it's a Black Star quality.
Yeah, I think if he can, he needs to stay. For him, his quality has never been.
I don't
But he gets injured around.
Bro, even if he's fit,
time.
I don't know what he's really good at, to be honest. I don't think he's a great passer of the ball. People say he progresses the ball. He just runs with it. Honestly, he's not special.
Of course. He's not that special.
You see, when we saw him on the local scene, it's always been the feeling we got that this boy will become
What
something.
he can become.
He's never become it, but we're still living the dream of what he could have
What he
become.
could be.
I think at his age and what he delivers, in my mind,
There's not been a lot of progress.
I've
to be
honestly
honest.
moved on from him.
There's
to
not
be
been a
honest.
lot of progress.
And you can clearly see it. Of course, some players are unlucky at the club level, but you can actually see his progress at club level.
It's not been great.
It's not. So in my mind, I've just anyway. So let's finish that Ghana conversation with Oscar Nasser, who has signed for Real Madrid Castilla.
Look,
and
to be honest with you, he's not a player I am familiar with.
Yeah.
So when I saw the deal today, when Fabrizio tweeted it, I became so interested. So I went to look at some few things about him.
You like what you see?
Yes, I think I do. My only prayer for him is that I was telling Achu was saying that maybe it would be better for Real Madrid to loan him. Something I agree with. But if he doesn't go out on loan, I want to trust Jose to have seen something in him that he can develop.
So I wonder. Okay, so there are two things here that I know about Real Madrid where the Real Madrid Jose Mourinho Florentino Perez first team can sign a player and hand him to Castilla and see progress, right?
Yeah.
And Castilla as a team can also sign a player because they need to also compete at a certain level.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering
Which of them have
if it is Florentino Perez, Jose Mourinho,
Then
the
he
big
belongs to
boys,
the first team.
they can give him to Castilla and be like, let him settle through the club culture so that his game time is not disturbed. Let him play through. We've got big plans for him. Even in the course of the season, we can call him up.
Yeah.
Right.
There's that.
But
right.
if it is Castilla who have lost, because Castilla sell a lot of players. They sell. In fact, no team has produced more players or produces more players for La Liga teams than Real Madrid. People think it's La Masia, but really it's Real Madrid's academy. That they almost every team you go into, you find a Real Madrid boy there.
They just sold off Gonzalo Garcia. The guy went to Strasbourg.
Yeah, they sell players, right? So I'm thinking if it is Castilla not signing him to replace some of the players they've lost, and it's Real Madrid signing him, then I get the real positive sense that they'll be keeping a close eye, monitoring his progress, giving him game time. But if it's Castilla where they sign him saying to go play the third division,
they not go come up. So, like I'm saying, it is not something I'm familiar. But look, as a Ghanaian, I'm happy the name Real Madrid is attached to his signing.
You cut the eye. So, irrespective. If you do well there, you cut the eye.
Yeah, so just hope that he shows himself to be good enough.
He's 21 years?
To get that progress or projection that we all hope for him.
Right.
So I'll be watching him.
I think Godfred
I'll be following him.
Godfred, who knows the agent who brokered the deal,
says Mourinho requested.
It says that. So yeah, he says that Rudiger is, of course, in his last season. He's the kind of player Real Madrid wanted to get in quickly because he could very much be the player who will come up. But I don't never trust Real Madrid on players they sign now
that is
for the
fear.
future.
That is the fear that I also have.
The season will go on. Madrid will spot Lenny Euro no and come and tell all of us that 70 million euro come to Real Madrid.
See, I'll give you two names. Schlotterbeck, the Inter captain now.
Bastoni. They could be, so. But let's see how it goes.
Let's not kid ourselves. He's made a move for money. And from what I've been told.
But if his selling club would have loved it, 4 million.
No.
That's a massive investment.
So the money angle makes sense for all parties.
Yeah.
For Granada, 4 million for a player they paid, I think 215, some say 250,000. Yes.
That's a lot of money. That's like what? That's times 8.
More than.
That's more than
money.
Like
that's
16.
Making. Right. So the Granada simply could not say no. For Real Madrid, apparently this deal was agreed before the World Cup. And they had looked at, so he played 37 games last season in Segunda.
That's a lot of games. They played 38 games.
Yes. Yeah. And Segunda is a relatively high level for a player of his age. So Madrid looked at him, were convinced. Before Mourinho signed his contract, he had the option to look at him and said, I want this boy. That's according to the agent. And Fabrizio has corroborated that. He said they have signed him, but he first go to Castilla, learn the culture before he returns. In signing him, and at the time, the intel Madrid had supposedly was that he was on the trip to the World Cup. Unfortunately for him, the match where he could have played for Carlos Queiroz to see him, the whole team did not impress that Mexico game, and Carlos Queiroz did not show up. So he could not see him train. He could not assess him from close range to see how he behaves in the dressing room or anything. Even though a lot of the people at the GFA tend to believe that they were impressed and felt if the coach had seen him, they would have.
Wait,
taken
it was
the
in
World Cup.
months ago?
Yes,
Okay.
I think so. But Madrid had made up their mind at that time, and then so for them, 4 million is a player they can easily resell. And we've mentioned the names and the frequency with which Madrid moves players on.
Yeah. That's what
So
they saw.
he's a player they can easily move on. Also, the money angle makes sense for the player because I don't know how much he's on. I was looking for the figures. Nothing that I can trust. Mostly from blogs, and you can't really believe those ones. But Madrid are offering him 30,000 euros.
More than Sibo was earning at Oviedo in
For context, the highest paid player at Oviedo was on 30,000 euros. As we speak, the current wage bill for Oviedo this season is 60,000 euros from their last contract. Now, mind you, Oviedo have been relegated, so it's likely that figure they may be closest
last season was 31 million.
for Oviedo.
Yes.
The highest paid player was
No.
Oviedo.
The sum of all the contracts.
31 million.
Yes.
Now, I'm saying that the
Which is
highest,
still very that's like 2 players at Man United.
yes, I'm saying that the highest paid player
Okay,
the year
talking about
ending
an
2026,
individual, right.
Enrique, was on 60,000.
And with relegation, you can slash like 50%.
Yes. So, Charlie, the family needs money. Also,
30,000 not bad though.
30,000 not bad. So,
Let me say they get money past Sibo Sef.
so me, I can understand. Oh, yes.
So Sibo could have gone and played Castilla.
Yes. So me, I can.
I'm here,
So me, I can understand the money conversation.
Yeah.
However,
And also they hope that you could be in
Yes.
Madrid.
however, if you take the money conversation aside, every other thing doesn't make sense.
Why is that?
Not even the hope that Madrid can sell him.
Why? Or Madrid can employ him to play in the main team.
I'm coming. Last year, the year before that, he played less than half of the games he played last season.
Right.
Then last season, he makes a meteoric rise. 37 games in Segunda. The natural next step would have been another year in Segunda. Maybe a team that is battling for
Where's Castilla
promotion.
now? Is Castilla in the 3rd division or
Castilla
2nd
third
division?
division.
Okay.
The natural step would have been fight for promotion. Take those 37 games or 35 games to a team that is fighting for promotion or a team that is battling for survival in La Liga or mid-table.
But not to go down the leagues.
Not to go down the leagues. But for me, most importantly, the one constant that he needed was game time at a similar level or higher. But Castilla is a few levels lower. That is apprenticeship he has already served in his first year at Granada.
man.
What if Madrid are saying that, look,
So I would have preferred, just before you can, I would have preferred Madrid sign him, still take your 30,000 euros per
And
week,
loan him out or give
And
it to
then
a team that can
loan
pay
him.
the fee.
loan him to another Segunda team that is fighting for promotion into La Liga or battling relegation.
Who are Madrid centre backs this season? Dinhausen, Rudiger, Konate.
There's still Alaba.
No, Alaba is gone.
He's gone.
Alaba left last season.
Yeah.
Okay, so Konate,
But there's Raul Asensio.
Raul
who
Asensio.
Mourinho says he's not a big fan. He wants to
and they
offload
wants to move him.
We'll see if
He
they.
didn't get a buyer.
Yeah.
It looks like he.
So is it possible Real Madrid are thinking, listen,
There's Militao.
there's Militao. So I was thinking of someone, there's Militao,
Militao.
who's still injured though.
Injured.
He's nursing a second ACL.
Yeah.
Is it possible that Real Madrid are thinking, because normally these big teams want 5 defenders, 5 centre backs, one very young one where is Madrid thinking that, look, we can't guarantee him any game time at the senior side, but we can be smart and bring this promising young boy to Castilla. So as and when we need him, it's a natural, like we jump him on. So maybe Madrid are also
Yes,
thinking,
that is smart on Madrid's part.
but it doesn't
But
aid the player.
Yes. Because, look, no matter the cultural education he gets at Castilla,
The most important thing is the competition.
is the
Yeah,
competition
you're
and
competing
game
in-
time.
Yeah.
And at 21, he needs, look, Madrid will trust his development at another club if he's getting minutes, regular minutes at the
We're
levels
all
that I've
seeing,
explained,
we're all-
than whatever education is getting at Castilla, I'm telling you. If he's playing, say, even a relegation threatened side in La Liga or a team that's fighting for promotion in Segunda, mid-table team La Liga, whatever it is.
But then they can't use him in the course of the season if need be.
Yes, but I'm saying that those contracts are stuff that you always have control over. But they could easily decide that we are paying, just like they are doing now, we are paying all of your salary. the 30,000, but go on loan. When we feel we need you, we can recall you at any time.
But they'll pay
We're
a
not-
penalty for that.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you are not asking for any loan fee. So you can decide to write off the loan fee, pay off his entire salary.
Okay, I've got come negotiation,
Yes.
of course. Right.
Let him play that loan at another club. When you need him, he
You
comes. That
recall
way,
him.
when he comes better prepared.
Yeah, I think I understand.
You get the
To-
point I'm
to
making.
drop from
Second to third.
Granada
to third division.
To third division is.
And-
But in the end, look, I cannot fault a lot of these boys for the money decisions that they make. We know the families they come from.
Somebody paid them 30,000.
Yes, 30,000.
And Sibo was making 7,500.
A week or a month.
Oviedo, Asa.
A week or a month.
No,
per
listen. Casilla is
30,000
third
a week,
division.
Yes. No, 30,000 a month.
A month.
Yes.
So 10,000. Still more than Sibo.
Oh, still more than-
10,000 a week. Sibo was making 7,000.
No, Sebas was a week.
Yes.
Sebas was a week.
Sibo was making 7,500
Yes.
a week.
A week was 28.
And this boy is making what? 10,000.
a
He's
month.
making, they're paying what?
30.
Okay, so it'll be slightly less than. Slightly less than.
No. 7-4,
Some for 28. If it goes to the 7.5, that is when. But the figures I saw, a lot of the websites are reporting
The 7-5 will make
7,000.
sure he and the boy will end the
No, I'm
season.
Oh, yeah, Sibo is 7,500 or
A
7,500.
lot of the reliable outlets on Oviedo were all reporting 7,000.
So the boy is making
2,000
2,000 more than Sibo playing in third division.
Oh, you are.
Very interesting. Anyway, so these are some of the
Final point on him. I hope he has a better career than Abdul Mumin. The last centre back we put our stocks in, injuries stopped Mumin.
Agalete World Cup. Yeah, which is
Oh,
free.
Nibli.
I said this thing here.
Fasemche.
That was clear business.
Is every player who goes to the World Cup that plays?
No, this player had an ACL injury, and I told you don't take him.
Nkrodo
Is it every
Destic.
player
Nkrodo.
who
Nkrodo.
goes-
ACL pa
Is it-
Ghana.
Is every
We
player.
just sat there. Look, if for all you know, if they had dropped Abdul Mumin and taken a player like Nathan Ajay who was fit, it would have given us a better partnership. What we are, Nukale, we are so
Maybe
dishonest.
look at him. We look at him.
People's personal interest and greed
So we shouldn't take Mumi.
have
We
engulfed our
shouldn't take
team.
Mumi. We shouldn't take Lucas. Who will we take? Nathan Ajay and who?
I'm saying that.
You said we shouldn't take Ajeti
No, I said we should
earlier.
take Ajeti.
Earlier.
No, me Ajeti ebo omode. Ajeti
No,
after
after
the
the
game
Germany
against
hour.
Germany, I
You said
came
we
here.
shouldn't take him.
No, I came here and said Ajeti is proven to be
Which Germany?
learning. At the friendly game, you
The one that
remember?
the ball hit his hand for the penalty.
That was the
No.
game you made the two mistakes.
No,
The Germany or Austria?
no,
were the
that
game.
was the Austria one.
The time you no.
was-
Oh, we played Austria before Germany. Germany did
committed
well.
two penalties.
Two
Yes, but
back-to-back
even that,
games.
his performances were not bad.
Coach,
No, not
after
the,
Austria
not the
and
Germany
Germany,
game.
you said Ajeti shouldn't go to the World Cup. It was after Panama that you gave him all the credits.
That's now Ajeti.
Yes,
but
you give him the credits.
look, what I'm saying is this: Ghana, we behave strangely. Somebody came from ACL injury. He's played only 32 minutes of football. You took him to the World Cup as against somebody who played over 25 league games in the French league. Achu, hey, I can put my neck on the chopping board. You would have never taken
Then they will
such a
chop your head off.
Oh, of course. But we said it here. But we said he and
No, but of course, I mean,
Nyama.
Anyway, now Nyama had the work is when the tackles were coming there, he was up with it.
but it's not a decent start to the season, Nyama.
yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, let's talk about the final transfer. Now we'll talk about some of the games we saw from last week. There's a massive saga which has brewed and now is spilled over. So Barcelona were hoping that they could secure Julian Alvarez, who would have been a replacement for Robert Lewandowski.
Atletico Madrid, they should get out of here.
Let me finish.
Why? I'm going to maybe one. Is it by force? The boy will not go and play for Arsenal. He's told them. If you don't sell me to Barcelona,
Well, what's wrong with Arsenal?
you will tell the boy to go where he doesn't want to go. Are they okay?
Coach.
Can I force you to go where you don't want to go?
No, okay, coach. The team hasn't said that they will not sell him to Barcelona. Hang on. What the team has said is that they will not negotiate with Barcelona. And this is the difference when it comes to Spanish football. Hang on. If Barcelona give a check to Alvarez's agent and he walks to La Liga office to release him from his contract with Atletico Madrid with his release clause, Barca won't have any say.
Atletico won't have it.
Atletico won't have any say.
That's right.
However, what Atletico Madrid are saying is that for Barcelona and the way they approach the player, they won't sit down and have a negotiation with them.
Okay.
So Atletico Madrid have not said that they won't sell the boy to Barca. They just won't negotiate. So if Barca want to buy the boy,
Pay the release.
Barca can still buy the boy.
Negotiate with them.
Ah, but-
I'm a
Is it
jejewa.
like- but what are you
I'm
saying?
a jejewa. Atletico, I'm a jeje. But they'll negotiate with other teams.
Oh, Tom Adia, you want to determine
Abotala.
Okay.
You remember when Hurricane was being sold by Spurs? Daniel Levy made it categorically clear that if you're a Premier League player seeking Hurricane, it's 150 million. Outside England, he
can do 100
negotiates.
million.
Is this Hurricane didn't do enough? If you had done
Hurricane boycotted at the start of Nuno Espirito
Yeah, it
Santo.
was no.
no, let me tell
There
you.
were like some 2 games where Hurricane didn't, you forget.
And I'm saying that Hurricane didn't push harder enough. If he had
But he
pushed
stopped
harder,
training.
He didn't train.
that was
He didn't play match day 1.
So he should have handed in a transfer.
No, he did. Hurricane handed in the transfer
and I'm
request.
saying that if he had pushed harder enough, Levy, whether
What
he
should he
liked
have
it or
done?
not. Oh,
Beyond boycotting training,
Putting the
handing
transfer
a transfer
request.
request.
but my office said no, Kalata Shimano man. Kebulu ye by Elish.
But the going to the office is the transfer.
No, I'll come in person.
Anyway, you beat them or what?
I'll beat them. You can't force me to go where I don't want to go.
Yes.
Look, as for the Julian Alvarez boy, if you look at the way, look, I'm not proud about what the boy did. I think he and Barcelona could have handled this in a very different manner. And at the end of the day, he would have gotten his wish. Barca would have shown up to them. I dislike any form of disrespect that supposedly the boy and Barca would have shown to Atletico Madrid. I don't endorse that. But we are doing football. Charlie. Football na yeah. This thing, it they happen, it they come, it they go. There are times where when the player behaves like that, the supporters or the fan base of his team will react. And then they will let go. But from what you and I are witnessing, is it likely that the Atletico fans will let go? They will not let go. So, sit down with Barcelona, agree on a figure, and let the ball. You see, you cannot. Yes, he has a contract that he has to respect. But the boy is also saying that the type of football he was promised to come and play, that's not what they are playing. He cannot be involved in that declamant sort of football. Chinin Chika, Munchisu. He cannot involve himself just about every season be a Chinin Chika. What is Chinin Chika?
Atletico Madrid throughout last season or 2 seasons.
Is that the declamant?
I've not been that declared.
Is that the crime, Masa? I think we don't know Diego Simeone.
The boy went 3 months without scoring a goal.
Diego Simeone.
and nobody
the boy
can play.
says.
Calm down. Like,
The
calm
boy
down.
said.
You finish.
The boy said he's been allowed to do other things that he was not told he was coming to do. Or boy Levin, or boy Chire, or ye Badze, or person Jina Topo, and let the style of football bring the ball to him. No Mongum.
But Argentina there, he can play left back because Argentina.
You see-
because it's Messi standing there.
Atletico Madrid cannot compare themselves to Argentina. They don't have a player like Messi. They're the Kramer players. He said, I want to go and play with flair. I want to engage myself with players who's got good waist, flexible waist. Players who, when they are going this way and there's no room, they can turn naturally and change their movement to the opposite direction without any difficulty.
But I think what angered Atletico Madrid was when his agent went to tell them
That's why we are begging
that the
them.
boy said that they shouldn't count on you. Like, what do you mean?
No, we are begging them.
You signed you for 6 years. You played 2 years.
Mistakes have been
We
made.
are saying
You
the club
see,
should come and pay a release clause.
is it, mistakes have been made.
But coach, but here's the thing though. Historically, Atletico Madrid never, ever sell their key players to any of their rivals. Never.
Look,
We saw what they did to
there's
Aguero.
always a first time.
When Aguero wanted Madrid, they shipped him to City.
There's
They
always
shipped Radamel Falcao to Monaco. Even Griezmann, Barca had to release him from his contract.
There's
120
always-
million release clause.
there's always a first time.
Diego Costa shipped him off to.
Oh, there's always a first time, Sicho. This boy, Atletico are behaving as if the boy is bigger than. There's almost who the so player. I mean, that's the way I see sex.
Anna Basa so yes boy no mu so player da.
Basa they say omo kasa omo pe akola.
Anna so yes Anna so boy so mu
Ye
so player
ntina na
da.
yen kasa.
Anna Basa so yes one bo team na team ni begu.
Oh na me che no.
O me say Anna Basa what say?
Debbie,
What's going to Madrid there? Anna Basa yo mu say.
Say omo Basa no dey omo they said they've given an offer to Atletico. An offer within the same 150 million that they are requesting for. Just that they are refusing to accept the 150 million for Barca.
They are not asking for. Madrid bid 150 million. They rejected it.
The boy won't play for Madrid.
But Madrid be very foolish.
The boy won't play for Madrid.
To come down, I'll come to
Madrid be very.
The boy.
See, I'm a Madrid sympathizer.
Barca are suffering for Madrid's smartness.
When Florentino Perez won his election, then he went to bid 150 million for Julian Alvarez, knowing that Atletico Madrid will reject. I think they spoke. Because now that Atletico Madrid rejected Madrid 150 million, it means that Barca can buy him for less.
That's what I'm saying. That you see, it doesn't matter.
We can't wickedness.
Is it?
No, see, you might do as I
because Florentino Perez no on five Alvarez and you have Mbappe.
And I may say whether
we will pay like 200.
Whether Florentino was being smart or not. Then we have 4 or 5 days to the end of the season. You will see what will happen. Atletico no omo.
It's about to bench 4 years.
We are big you. Argentina with Diego Simeone and co. They will call him.
Who call him?
But I forgotten that.
Why they always the team you own?
You think Simeone is more loyal to the boy and Barca?
They say
No. I'm not saying the boy.
The board of directors have agreed.
They should get out. Who are they?
Hey,
They are the one owning the player.
What
about that?
What is the boy a
It's not the
slave?
owner player. No.
Is the boy a slave? You see, that's why we are not dealing with black
Yes,
men.
yes,
we
he
are
has
dealing
signed-
with white
he
men.
has signed- he has
So
signed
at
the
the end of the day, yes, he signed the contract.
That makes him a slave.
He said, "I don't want to come. Look, let me go." This.
So he should pay his way out of the contract.
He's not going to pay. They will sit down, they will talk, and then he will pay.
But they say they won't talk to Barca.
They don't have any right to say they won't talk.
They've officially released that. Have you seen the statement?
I've seen it, but I've decided not to look at it. By force. As for the Real Madrid people, viewers, listen, this, my brothers, the reason why they are opposed, they know the damage that will happen to them team. And you say you have Mbappe, you have Vinicius, you have let this boy just cross carpet. Let this boy just cross.
Why are you afraid that he may also improve Arsenal if he goes there?
No, but you see, he says the boy is on record to have said from Atletico,
he rejected
this is where
Arteta's
I
phone
want.
call.
Oh, he said this is where I want to go.
He rejected Arteta's phone call.
It's not only one. He has been rejecting.
He doesn't want to talk to Arteta.
Na Arteta, who boss cry Mr. Robin? Who boss cry Mr. Robin? Who you wanna? He told Pep God, Pep admitted that he as a coach, he didn't want to say that more. And who boss cry Mr. Robin? So after now I come for hello here, come on, get out. Who is Arteta? You win one league title, so what? So everybody must kowtow to you.
But okay, let me come to Achu on this one.
Say the boy, let him go and play for his beloved team, the team of his heart, the team of his dream, everything. Sell him to Barcelona so that we'll see the beauty in football. Everything will be nice and colored. When there is time for a classical, we'll see everything light and colored. Those
Barca are suffering for Madrid's political savviness.
Madrid fucking
They'll buy the boy.
Madrid didn't be serious. Let me wicked.
The 150 million offer Madrid made, Perez knew Atletico were not going to sell him. Atletico had made it clear that this boy is not for sale to any La Liga team.
Yeah.
So Perez just knew, and what he wanted to do,
Like we'll do him 200
was to set a price that Barca know they cannot do it. But in the event they found some financial engineering to make the deal work, it will set them back by a couple of transfer windows. Why am I saying that? The deal may eventually happen. Atletico may wake up one day and say that we don't want any of this nonsense again. Any time between the next 72 hours or
and look at the way they are treating the boy. Look at the supporters. The way
they
they
have
are
not
behaving.
mistreated him. As for that one, they have not.
The way they are booing him. They are torturing
As for
him.
that one,
They have
they have to boo him.
They have
And they are torturing. Let him go. You are torturing me. Let me
for
go.
that one. If you, in fact, he's He's lucky Atletico have not announced that he's been fined. If you decide
They should fine him.
If you decide not to show up for work,
He said
Oh, he
he's
said he
nowhere.
was sick.
He said he's nowhere.
and then the second day another excuse came,
he's nowhere.
and then the second day
Today
another.
to
Achu,
train.
you when you are sick, do you go to work?
There is a
Achu, you when you are sick, do you go to
Dimly,
work?
there is a
When you are
protocol for
sick,
informing
you see,
our bosses
you are a biased
when we
host.
are unwell.
You are
No.
a biased host.
No.
When you are
Dimly,
sick, do you go to work?
Dimly,
Me, when I'm
when you are
sick, I
sick-
don't go to work. When do you go to work?
I'm saying that
as for the sickness day.
there
let's
is a
answer the
protocol
question.
for informing
you hear what Atletico
your
Madrid said?
employers.
What did they say?
Atletico Madrid said that they agree he's sick, but they also believe that he's sick because of what Barca has done.
No, he's
So Atletico Madrid have flipped the
boy
reason
said,
he's sick on Barca.
The boy to say I'm sick because of the torture. The boy would
Yes.
Your supporters are torturing my soul.
And Atletico Madrid said
they are
that.
torturing the boy's
Atletico
soul.
Madrid said that he's sick because of what Barca did, and
They
has
should
got the fans angry.
Go and negotiate and take the
see,
money and
Chudo.
let's move forward.
If Barca, Atletico could say they are tired of this
Oh, I'm 100.
and say that, okay, you know what,
Oh, I'm 100.
let's sit down and negotiate. But at that negotiation, I guarantee you will not be anything less than 200 million.
Oh, I'm 100. We'll do add-ons. up
That
to
kind of
150.
transfer will push Barca's wage bill closer to the place it was before Juan Laporta.
Then they have to deregister Gordon and Adeyemi.
We will sell a lot of
Because
the academy boys.
The reality is that Barca is a team.
So if they sign him, Barca have to sell Mark Bernal and Casado to Man United and co.
Barca is a team going through austerity. They are just coming out of austerity. And this idea that Barca have, when was the last time you saw a high profile signing from La Masia?
That is what is coming to happen.
It doesn't happen.
That is
Like-
what is coming to happen.
Like the idea
It's
that
now coming
people
to happen.
have that Barca sell a lot of, it does. There are players who go through La Masia. It doesn't work out for them at Barca. After 2 or 3 loan spells, it knocks down their value and then they get shipped out. But the sort of 50, 40 million, you see how Chelsea are offloading their dead weight.
all those one their paperwork.
Barca-
Nyanya and Tro.
But
All the Chelsea
you see, you can't chat to
all
them
the
because
Chelsea signing, all are lies.
it's like when Man United are complaining about the way Chelsea
Chelsea
are able
alone,
to sell.
anytime they send a player, they sign a player.
suspicions about money
Anytime
laundering and
they
those
in
things.
Aston Villa
It's
sign
different.
dude, that's business. There's Kululu inside.
Situ.
One day we they go
Those
expose them.
suspicions, they exist. It's different. But the reality is that your club can't even do it. So I'm saying
My
that
club won't do
if that
Kululu.
deal happens, it would happen at terms that will break Barca's financial stability and that wage bill. And that is a reality that confronts Barcelona. So ultimately,
The boy won't take plenty money.
they would have to make a decision. You are joking. Atletico are paying him 240,000 euros a week.
Barca can pay that money.
No, you are saying he will not take a lot of money. He will take more.
You go like 300.
No, he said he will maintain
He
him.
hasn't
say
said
you
that.
will
He hasn't said that.
Because
He
that's
will
the
take.
team of his heart. He
I'm
will
when this
maintain.
serious.
He said he will
Nobody
maintain
trying
his-
bet 350.
Mondri mo ho, monya no go born the team up. Hey, against Bagbo.
It's not against. It's just the
If
reality.
you against,
Let me show you the current highest paid players at Barcelona and why this deal will be problematic. Lamine Yamal is on 320,000 euros.
we pay not.
Frankie de Jong is on 365,000 euros. Now, for as long as I can recall, Barca have been at war with Frankie because of his wages.
Even this season, they want to get more.
Every season, they
He
will
says he and
manufacture
his
some
family are so
stories.
settled, it's not going anywhere.
Every season, Barca manufactures some stories about that boy
He has like 2 years left on his contract also.
Can't want more.
just to create disaffection for him. But he's still there. Barca are trying to offload him. Rafinha, 320,000 per week, is someone that you suspect should be out of Barca in the next 2 years. Ter Stegen is on 320,000 because they can't get rid of him. Now he's going on loans. Jules Koundé. This summer, there was a rumor that they will be interested in moving. In fact, Hansi Flick at his first press conference spoke about it and said the transfer window is not over yet. So you are talking about a club that
And
is-
Rodri 2 is coming on 300 and something, by all means.
as we speak,
Rodri,
Sichu,
300 and something.
obviously, as we speak,
That's kind of chicken check.
Yo.
as we speak, Barca is making a deliberate effort to move about 3 of these players out of their wage bill. Frankie de Jong, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, Jules Koundé, and you might add Rafinha in a year or 18 months. Business-wise, until you're able to move at least one of these off the wage bill, throwing in someone on in excess of 200 million and weekly wage of over 300,000 might not be the smartest idea because we've not even spoken about the bonuses and all of the, and these are purely wages. The figures I've mentioned are purely wages. So financially, this will take a lot from Barca. And they perhaps will be pushed to a point where they have to choose between their pride. Pride because the Bible speaks about the foolish man who starts a house without having the long view of it, without having the resources to finish it.
Yeah.
So you will be caught in a situation where now your fan base is going to ask, if you were not prepared, the conditions were already there. The things Atletico stands now is not new. They have said it long ago that they were not going to negotiate for him. And that, as you said, the release clause applies in Spain. Outside of Spain, they may be willing to negotiate. So if you knew you were not going to see this through and you didn't have a plan to get it over the line, why then did you publicly ridicule yourself? And this week, Laporta has doubled down. You saw the press conference and the statement that he gave, saying that the deal had. But you see, the mistake Laporta is making is the arrogance he's showing in his speech. Because when you say that they have to negotiate with us on our terms, on the offer we have
crazy.
made, he's not your player.
This is Barca.
It is.
Barca is a boss.
Who cares about Barca?
They will sit down and talk.
You will pay.
They will sit down and talk.
No, it's not about talking. I'm saying that you do not say that.
But would you be shocked to know that the money to execute that move is lying there?
Yes, but I'm
the 500 million.
Nimli.
The release clause.
Oh, Nimli. If you genuinely believe that Barca have some 500
You see
million
that number 930? Hey, Charlie.
Sijo, they have a plan for him. I don't doubt that. But if you believe they have 500 million to pay his release clause,
Nobody will pay
I have
500. Yamo 100 plus 20. Finish.
forget it.
Oh.
It will not happen.
They will
We'll
negotiate.
come back here next week. I'm
The
telling you.
boy,
now.
So you're saying that
the
will
boy
not
is
happen.
going to meet the board again tomorrow. It
will not happen. Well, see, to me, my point.
Do you know what he's going to do to the board tomorrow?
What are you going to do?
Who are big?
That's the only option.
He's going to tell them that he's sorry. Then he come back and
and I will-
play.
I'll
You
come
sorry, sell me mobile.
You let me finish. I'll come to that.
Mobile.
So
Both
I
teams are
think
from,
that
but he played the first game.
Na no yeah. No
Let me
when
finish
the
that.
new the bobo no.
the Laporta
We
makes
muna
it- see,
onya go no go
the
back
arrogance
over
you showed in that statement was amateurish. You are too experienced to know that language is not helpful in matters.
He's only going to piss.
You don't hold the aces. So when you say we have to negotiate and it has to be done at our terms around the figures that we have offered, it makes no sense. You don't control at what fee the selling club sells to you. What you have to do is perhaps call the Atletico presidents. These public statements and the tone of it is not necessary. Call your opponents or call your adversary and have that conversation. That is one way of getting it done. Or Julian Alvarez apologizes for his conduct to the club and says,
please with them, please
and-
let me go.
apologize to his teammates. We've seen how it's done. Harry Kane did the same. In fact, Harry Kane put in a written transfer request. After that, he apologized to his. This week, Oli Watkins. It is after the apology that Aston Villa accepted the offer from Al Hilal.
So the boy will do same, then he will go.
Go and beg.
Yeah,
Go and beg Simeone. Go and beg Gil Martin. Go and write a letter to the supporters. Go and beg.
Then they allow him to go.
Soften the stance.
Then they allow him to go.
So he has to beg. Laporta has to go and beg, whether he likes it
Why
or not.
don't you want to complete the statement?
I'm coming.
Actually,
No.
let's wrap it up. I want this to move on.
He also has to go and beg before Atletico will even consider. Because the reality is this:
Tomorrow they'll beg.
Atletico are in no dire need of money. Atletico picked this boy when he was not even a guaranteed starter at Man City. He was a second choice striker to Erling Haaland. And when they signed him, he has not always been balling out.
The style of football is no.
This guy, no, you knew the style of football. And you see, the reason I have no sympathy for him is this. He knew the style of football of Atletico and Simeone. And the contract itself, what people are failing to realize is this. The reason that release clause is that high, or part of the reason the release clause is that high, is because of the signing on bonus he took and the weekly wage they pay him. This guy is on 245,000 euros a week. At the time Atletico was making that kind of investment, they knew the risks. one of the reasons they agreed to pay him that kind of money, the 240,000, was to secure themselves in a situation like this, was to get him to agree to that kind of release clause. So you cannot take the benefits and not be prepared to keep your side of that agreement.
Right.
So me, I support Atletico Madrid. There is a very simple option. If you say you don't want to play for us again, buy yourself out of the contract. Or take the offer, answer Arteta's call, or call him back. That's like you have to who are
No.
that is an option. The club has said,
Don't think about that as an option because the player said he doesn't want to go there.
play for
Can I
Arsenal.
ask you a question though?
Go ahead.
If
Just
a Man United-
let me finish. If you don't want to play for Arsenal, get your agents to bring an offer outside of La Liga that you like,
Or see-
that
or call
will meet
Barcelona.
Atletico's monetary valuation.
Right. Okay.
If it is Barca you want
Right.
to play, get Barca to pay the release
They will
clause.
negotiate.
Can it, okay, so you're a Man United fan, and we know Liverpool and Man United's long-standing relationship. They don't transfer.
Oh, there's even an
themselves.
example. Gabriel Hense.
So,
Hense told Ferguson he wanted to
so-
play for Liverpool.
yeah. So if who is Man United's best player? Let's say Cristiano Ronaldo at the time. He's got 4 years left on his contract. He has a release clause. He's by far your best player. Built a team around him. And Ronaldo says that I'm not going anywhere unless Barcelona. As a Man United fan or the Man United board, I'm not going anywhere unless Liverpool. What do you think their reaction would look like?
Sell him
To who?
to where he say he wants to go.
Okay.
You are not being realistic.
Finish.
No, that's what that's
The players are not
Okay.
slaves. They'll sign today. Look,
the premise is
we
not-
say these things for getting that. When it is the team that doesn't want the player to be in that, they will sack the player.
Yeah, it's
So it is 50-50. Look, how many times have we not seen teams bring a player in? The player is not performing. They don't have time to wait for the player. They just ship him out.
No,
Several
no,
times that happen. So when the player to say, I'm not impressed with the Kramer football, let me go.
yeah,
Let him go.
but there's
Namely-
nuance here. On this case, my point is simple. And people try to compare the Isak scenario to this one. I said that it's a different, which is significant. In the Isak case, Liverpool brought the money even Newcastle had requested. And Liverpool said we won't take it. When the players
Newcastle
camp,
said they wouldn't take it.
Newcastle said they won't. When the players camp, Liverpool and the team knew the value of the player that they had agreed on. Liverpool still said, and Newcastle still said they were not going to take it. And the player flipped because they had agreed the season before that if that price
Have
came,
you heard the boy also saying that? Promises made to him have been broken.
no, I'm coming. So I'm coming. So if that the value that the value of him comes, they'll allow him to go. The value of him in terms of bid comes, and the team is still saying that we won't let you go. And then he flips. In this case, Atletico Madrid made it clear on Alvarez that if a Spanish team is going to sign you, and mind you, when Spanish teams sign and they have release clauses for players, it's predominantly for Spanish clubs. Predominantly because they know that the big wigs of Spanish football are able to lure their players so easily. So release clauses were to protect the smaller clubs. That's the genesis of it all. Now, Atletico Madrid are saying that we won't stop you from going to Barca, but you won't tell us how you go to Barca. And that is where Barca got it and the player got it wrong. Because on paper, the only thing that can get you to go to Barca is something you yourself signed. It is your release clause.
Which can be renegotiated.
No. Release clause can't be renegotiated unless
we've
you
seen players who has release clauses
Sishu.
and they left
Sishu.
not on their release
Sishu.
clauses.
Thank you, Sam.
Let me see. Enter
Thank
with
you.
transfer
Thank you,
market.
Sam.
On this-
I'm
on
saying
this
that-
point,
and
yeah.
Atletico Madrid.
Before you progress it, on this point of negotiating the release clause, it's a possibility.
Yes.
But why hasn't Julian Alvarez taken the step to say, I want you to reduce my wage and reduce the release clause?
Oh, I feel no canon.
No, he hasn't made that. He hasn't made that offer.
Actually, we shouldn't do this thing in such a way that, I mean, these things, I used to always support the club until clubs themselves start behaving like players. I'm saying if it was the club who didn't want the boy,
No, there's no loyalty in football. We know
so
that.
I don't. But
That is why when you are signing, in the case of Isak, there wasn't a release clause. There was a gentleman's agreement on the fee. In the case of Julian Alvarez, You have signed, you see, and for me, the reason why, and I agree, if a player doesn't want to be at a club, it is not nice that the club says we want to keep you. But when the club has made you their most important player, and I'm saying this because for me, it's unfair on several clubs that are aspiring to be better than Real Madrid, Man City, Man United, Barcelona. Atletico Madrid cannot go and pay 90 million to Man City.
Pay him 240K.
Pay him 240K, give you a 6-year contract, tell you their budget. And in fact, whether he's playing well or not, he plays Julian Alvarez.
The boys see the style of football. That was not what he was promised.
And I'm saying,
Simeone hasn't changed.
No, I'm saying, I think Simeone's style of football has changed the last 2 years. It's the reason why they've not even done too well.
It's not what the boy expects.
I'm saying they've changed their football to suit him, but they are not doing well. They are playing too attacking. Atletico Madrid are playing too attacking.
On Chagos.
What's it? How many goals has he scored? How many goals has Alvarez scored?
On Chagos.
How many goals has he
But
scored?
that's on him.
Because he's not scoring.
No, when you ask
He
him to
went
go and
3
play
months.
as
Who
you're sure
As
of.
well.
If you're sure of the who they play wide, who they play to, not be sure.
He doesn't
top,
play
two
wide.
top,
No, they
two
play
top.
two
No,
top.
no, no, no.
Most of the time he plays from the left and coming.
He likes to operate from there.
That's
Two
him.
top.
That's his style.
Or say he wants
Two top.
he wants to be the focal point.
The guy you are talking
two top.
about, last
Barcelona
season,
won't play
went
two top.
119 days without scoring. In fact, the goal he scored against Real Oviedo,
Yeah.
it was his first goal from open play since August.
He was the same player.
Let him go there.
He was the same player who went to double kick the penalty and they got eliminated.
And to I didn't ball no hood, so
They were patient.
Let
with
him
you.
go.
Why?
By force.
Come and play.
Make it go.
Come and
Anyway,
play.
guys, let's move the conversation on. So that will be on transfer. So let's wrap it up with some of the games you saw from last season. They will take the predictions for last weekend.
Yeah.
They will take predictions coming into the weekend games. We'll just touch on some of the few teams. Obviously, Arsenal had a comfortable win against Coventry. I don't think it was anything outside of the script. But Man United were properly beaten by Hull. And Hull were not lucky.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What went wrong?
Well, a lot of things went wrong. I think starting from the manager. I think he took some bold decisions that he shouldn't have taken, especially when his tried and tested players, most of them were not fit in terms of going through proper preseason. I thought that for once I would have started the likes of Zegzi and those players who had gone through the proper preseason and then get these guys to come and finish the job. Because Man United were beaten, although the 2 goals came from set piece. But if you look at the build-up to those set pieces, if the players were hungry, if they were fitter, maybe they could have stopped.
It couldn't matter the intensity of Hull.
Exactly. So the manager was wrong. And this team will have to be serious. For me, I've always said it. I don't know why they are still depending on Harry Maguire. I don't get it.
No, but-
5 years ago,
I don't depend on him, but they've got options who are not fit.
that's what I'm saying, that if they had shipped him out, last year was his last year. Maguire contract had to be renewed.
Yeah,
A year
it was triggered 1 year.
Option to extend by another year. This man was part of an open heart surgery that should have taken place 4 or 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago, right? I can bet my last peswa that if Maguire had been at Man City, they would have shipped him out. If he had been at Chelsea, long gone. If he had been at Arsenal, they would have shipped him out. If he had been at Liverpool, they would have shipped him out. I just don't see any of these teams renewing his contract. After 7-8 years, he would have been gone. That would have compelled the team to go and bring in another dominating centre back who would do better. Look at the Chelsea defender they've gone to buy from Crystal Palace.
What's his name?
Lacroix and co. 50-something million. You replaces Maguire for the next 7-8 years. They didn't do that. You are still hoping that Maguire is the man to marshal the defense of Man United. Substandard. So for me, if Delete and Martinez doesn't get, even them, their fitness level is questionable.
Hey, Maguire himself.
Okay? Maguire himself. So, and if you look at the way he played, on the 2 goals, I think he was at fault. Holding your own player, marrying your own player. Tomorrow you help a dear doggy. Don't laugh. Now, how did he go and watch the video? He was holding Mazwai from the back. And Maguire was really. I would have given him a dirty slap.
It's really funny how you got grabbed Mazuari. You're wondering, like,
Your player who was closer and
was
who
he
could have
thinking?
prevented it.
Mazuari was trying to track the run, then he held him.
You're holding him from the back. Straight. Are you
He was
ready?
defending. It was defending against him.
Okay.
It's crazy.
And Maguire is a man. He's not a woman. That's for you to hold from the back. What is wrong with Maguire? It's an a doggy. Yeah. But the doggy, you know what? Now go look at the second goal. The free kick flew over his head. Do you know why he couldn't head the ball? Chicho, I have never seen a centre back holding a player and jumping at the same time. Can you hold and jump? You damage your spinal cord. What is wrong with him? Rather, all you should have been doing to the centre back or should be doing this. Then you leap. The ball was just above his forehead. If he was not holding, what's the name of the people's striker? McBain did you at all?
Only McBain.
Only McBain. Mene. This is who cool striker. Ne? We saw him when he was playing for Sheffield. Sheffield, this striker all of a sudden became a prime DJ Drogba. Hey, Maguire. Instead of you to just press and head the ball. You see, and when I talk, people say he's the best header of the ball. I differ.
But he said the best head of the ball.
Do you know how?
Wow.
You watch Vidic, you
Yes.
watch Dontel, you watch
No,
those
you're
guys.
not comparing him to them. You're comparing in this team.
I'm coming. Let me tell you why I don't think he's good at heading. Vidic and John Terry, those people, they were not waiting for the ball to come their direction. when
They're
they were
attacking.
They were attacking the ball. But look at Maguire. If the ball doesn't come to where he is, he doesn't dominate anybody. So where's the dominance?
Yeah, but he does that better than anyone else in the box. So he's the
That
best.
is if it
He's the
is
best
given
header of
to
the
him.
ball.
Look,
As poor as he is and his challenges, no
think-
one else in the team does
I
better
think
than
the
him. That's
Dutch
the point.
boy. I think the delete is a
Delete.
better.
No way.
Oh, no.
Delete to go for head and the ball hits his hand.
No,
The guy no get time in one bit for age.
listen,
Delete.
listen.
I did him a player.
I just
I
spoke
watch out
about
for Juventus. Hey,
you.
delete.
I just
What
spoke
kind of
about.
young? Hey, delete.
Oh,
Hey,
forget
delete
it.
and bomb it.
I just spoke
The
about
Champions League match.
Look,
League with Bia,
listen,
delete.
I just spoke about a defender attacking the ball
Yeah.
in space. Delete is better than Maguire. Maguire, no, or you're terribly slow.
Yeah, but Delete doesn't score when he attacks it.
No, but-
that's the difference.
Delete is better. You see, for me, I've always told myself, if you're a defender, defend. Anything you give me is an extra bonus. Look at the way Maguire is defending.
See, if there's a ball coming into the
Maguire.
box and then you give me
Maguire in 8 years.
I'll take Maguire
Look,
every day.
Maguire in 8 years at United, I can count the number of header goals he scored for United. True of us. And do 10. Bim.
How many goals have Maguire scored at Man United?
Me say and do 10. On top of
Oh,
my
no,
head.
header they will do 10.
I never want to 10. On top of my head, he scored header goal against Chelsea,
Yes.
against Lyon, against or the same. Check for me. Headed goals by Maguire and do 10 in 8 years. I'm catching you. What's up?
But Leeds has only about one. How many header goals does Leeds have in his career? In do 10. In his entire career.
Delete me.
In do 10.
Or no defense.
Delete the ordinary. Born is
Oh,
out. Delete.
Look.
Me show. But delete so me show.
What I'm saying is,
Born is
Maguire no onyadi.
No, I can understand all the shots.
United should not, I repeat, should not be relying on somebody who should have been part of an open heart surgery. Maguire was the number one name on that Ralph Rangnick list. Legend number one.
Did you see the list?
Oh, how come they strip him of his captain's
Yes.
band?
Eric Ten Hag.
He scored a minimum of 10. United actually did a story of
10 headed goals.
yes, the day he reached
you are.
10.
Oh, you are.
Who's won't do 10?
In 8 years,
Who's
10.
won't do 10?
Go and check Vidic. Vidic in 2 years. Vidic in 4 years. Vidic. Go
Why?
and check.
Why? We are nobody's comparing.
Because Zukaye Maguire ball money. So therefore, United will lose. Look, this
Against Ipswich.
against Ipswich, if we don't take care
At Old Trafford.
at Old Trafford,
Oh, no. I don't think Man United.
he will not do anything meaningful. He will not do anything meaningful.
Coach, Man United lost the game by 2-0. They didn't create chances. They didn't score a goal.
That's what I'm saying. I've already tackled it from why I think they didn't create.
Yeah.
Because the manager himself was very naive on the day.
Okay.
Zexi wasn't, but Zexi would have played better than Konya on that day. A Zexi in Mbumo partnership in that day. Man United most dangerous attacker was Mbumo. He's done the 6-7 weeks of preseason. So you could see in his movement, in his intensity, Zexi would have done better.
Right.
You understand? So Carrick himself was shocking to me. When Giacomo looked sure. Look at his back.
Oh, what's the back there?
It looks sure. Achu.
let's talk about-
Oh, you wait.
Hey.
Oh, 1 minute.
Hey.
Oh, just give 1 minute. Achu, look at Luke Shaw in back.
What is happening? What is wrong with his back?
If he's jogging and he's running, can you differentiate?
You can differentiate. Could you differentiate between Eden Hazard when he was running or jogging?
But
Hazard.
Sicho, have you noticed that when Rashford is playing with Luke Shaw, he will overlap for Rashford? When Rashford came on, you saw the difference.
They were chasing. I think they were chasing.
I said when he overlapped, he couldn't come back. You know there's a ball that the goalkeeper had to come and the player just passed
That's
by
the
Luke
goalkeeper,
Shaw.
the super keeper.
No, that ball, Luke Shaw saw the player. The player just passed by Luke Shaw. When he's running, look at his bottles.
Actually, I want to bring you to Man City. Man City left it late to win, but they were very nice signs, but they were also worrying signs.
The worrying signs were the nonsense he was trying to do in the middle.
Magay.
Yes.
What about Erling Haaland's new haircut? I still think it fits him well, but I just
It looks different.
No, he shouldn't looking like this. The other one, truth be told. Bema Uchichi with Tina Okojo Besia. Erling Haaland. Look,
Coach Hango.
but look at the haircut.
Hango.
This is showing that he's a man. The other one looked like he's a woman.
He's from Norway.
Samson had locks.
They tied their hair.
Yes.
From the Scandinavia.
They tied their hair because of
One of the easiest way to keep your hair, if you don't want to go under a lot of cuts almost every few days,
is to make it a long.
their hair just it does
See,
how it
I
is.
saw the father.
Mhm.
I saw the father.
Alfie, yeah.
I don't remember seeing the father.
No,
He
of
cut his-
course, not all of them. have
So
done.
this one try.
Have you
Look
seen-
at the way he's looking now.
Have
Is
you
it not more handsome
Did you
than
see,
when
did you see
Oh,
Del Piero?
Oh, no.
Did you see Maldini?
Paolo
Did you see
Maldini?
the Italians?
Yes, I saw
Did
them.
you see how their hair looked like?
Yes.
Yes. Nesta. Did you see Nesta?
Oh,
It's just where they come from.
I mean the guy at Arsenal now. A friend is him.
Calafiori.
Calafiori.
It's just it depends on where. If you, for me,
it's so you.
you know what they vex me. You know what they vex me. You know what they vex me. Didier Drogba in own somewhere they vex me.
The Jerry.
There's no black man whose hair is like what Drogba had.
That's what I'm saying.
But the Scandinavian guys, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Swedish, like those people, it's genetic. It's how they are.
Easy.
You get it?
As a white man, if you allow the hair to grow, it go grow. The point I'm making is, it shouldn't
Keep
get
it
there.
short.
No one cut it. Why has it gone to cut it?
I think that if you ask me, if you man they have cut your hair short, but I can also appreciate the fact that some of them genetically their hair, that is how it's like.
That's the way they want it to be, but they can prevent it from.
They can cut
No,
it.
it
Yeah.
grows.
Okay.
It grows. You to your hair grow.
Look, there are
This
people,
my hair they grow. If I allow it to grow, I go feel
Namely,
put Jerry for inside.
there are people who,
That Drogba in One, they vex me rough.
there are people who keeping that thing at a point becomes a burden because they probably have to do that every 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
The rate at which, more important, Samson had locks until he went to cut it.
Yeah, those were locks.
Yes.
Those things. That's where his powers were.
Those were
What
those were,
if?
The day he
Charlie,
cut,
to
the
be
day
honest,
they
me the
cut-
first time-
says that?
What if
he has cut
cut- Charlie, see,
he cut all in those.
see, because to be honest, that's first chance he missed. It shocked me.
Yeah, he just missed. I don't know what
He mistimed the jump, so the ball hits. The ball hits this.
So
this
you are
side.
blaming the hair.
Charlie, it could be. No, but on a level,
True.
each time he removed the tie, the band, and then released the hair, something happened. Remember the Arsenal game?
Oh, there.
And last season too. So Haaland, no, he has a special relationship with the hair. But look, what was Maresca trying to do with that Maguire midfield experiment? What was that about? If the idea was to give solidity, each time City lost the ball, he was too far ahead of play for him to actually be able to influence that attack in the middle of the park.
And the exact thing was O'Reilly could come into midfield, Vardio could go to left back, and Gay could be centre
Simple.
back. I don't know why he was over Pepino in it.
And after the game, he went to catch Checky, and the way Pep would speak to, I was like, bro, why?
But Chucky didn't really change the game when he came.
Checky changed it.
Yeah.
Look, Maresca would come to a simple realization. The earlier he accepts it, the better. Czechie is the guy to build a team around.
Where does that leave Phil Foden though?
I don't know. But find a way to live with his excesses. Maybe without Savinho, Foden starts.
Oh, Semenyo Doku.
Yes, starts getting
Locked.
minutes. Also, Semenyo's goal contributions will eventually mean Doku go feature bench. So,
Right.
because Semenyo can produce
Do
from
both sides,
from
yeah.
both flanks. You just give Foden a contract extension. So it looks like they have big plans for him. But if the idea from now is to play Foden as number 10, you will come to a painful realization that there are things that Czechie can do that even your game plan, in the grand scheme of affairs, cannot produce. That chance he created was madness. And this is him.
Yeah, man.
It was madness. And this is him.
Going
Czechie
one
does
way,
and then
way
changing direction.
and the weight.
Correct weight on
That's
them.
really good.
And this is Czechie. Admittedly, he comes with excesses. He will not press. He doesn't even have the legs to do that for 90 minutes. He has to find a way for the team to accommodate that aspect of it. Or be prepared to take Foden off after 60 minutes in every game. That is with the hope that by that time, City are not too far behind.
Right.
Because as good as Foden is, Foden's main threat is his ball striking. And the decision or the ability to know when to strike the ball and when to create that space. But in terms of carving out a defense, in terms of picking a pass, in terms of doing what a number 10 does, he's not as good at it. He's not even good at it, let alone be compared to Ryan Czechie. So for me, those were the two major takeaways from it. I mean,
Right.
already I knew that Czechie was going to be the guy, but that game also reinforced my belief that eventually he either accepts it now or spend 3 months trying to make Foden work as the number 10, and then he comes. The saving grace for him is what I've said earlier. Semenyo. Semenyo's presence means that if the experiment doesn't work and he has to shift Foden to the right side of the attack, Semenyo produces so much that you can afford to put Doku on the bench because you know Semenyo is going to do that for you. My only fear beyond those two is the fact that they are making too many changes.
Yeah.
And I fear it will set the team
Ayub
back.
Boadi, Elliot Anderson, we know Enzo Fernandez, who was in the Chelsea squad for the Carabao Cup, is also likely to join them. So they are probably resetting.
Is he in the
that.
squad?
Yes.
No,
No,
he
he's
wasn't.
not in the
He's
squad.
Today, so Alonso, who was he?
He's likely to
Today, Nico Gonzalez
Nico Gonzalez is going to Newcastle.
is going to Newcastle.
And so
If you look at the exits, so John Stones is gone, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Nico Gonzalez.
all their leaders are
Then
gone.
that attack to you're sending players out. Savinho is gone. Mamouche is also. Have they confirmed Mamouche?
Yeah, Mamouche
Yeah,
is confirmed.
it's also
Going to
confirmed.
Spurs, yeah.
That's about 6 members of your regular 18 all leaving. That significantly changes the dressing room. So they are literally
I
going
think
to
the biggest thing is how that new midfield look begins to tick before they become, because now Elliot, of course, he had a long summer, played the World Cup to the very last
See, Elliot,
week.
no,
And I don't think
City had better put their trust in Boadi.
we need to see him first though.
Yes, I'm saying that they had better hope that his skill set, his passing range, his pass selection, his capacity to retain possession under pressure, and his ability to do all of those things in the big games is significantly better than Elliot
But
Anderson.
I think even for Enzo Maresca, I think if he's got Enzo Fernandez, Ayubu Boadi, and he's got Elliot Anderson, he doesn't maybe need a number 10. Because whilst Enzo Fernandez is in number 10, he said, box crashing, number 8. And so you've got Elliot Anderson and Boadi who can manipulate the ball and rotate it around, recycle it and everything. And you've got Enzo doing that. And that is where the Czechie thing also, I'm wondering.
So that
What
maybe that
happens to
allows him
Czechie
to play Foden.
No, but what needs now is Czechie now has to play as a wide player, a lot more maybe than from the right. Because I think that for what City have now, I don't trust Elliot Anderson and Enzo as a midfield 2.
No.
And then number 10, I don't trust Kovacic and anybody. Kovacic doesn't have the same legs. I don't trust Enzo and Boadi. Whatever combination is
For the Boadi
Rodri and
boy.
anybody will work.
For the Boadi ball, we have to.
We have to, of course, and that's the thing. But I think if
there is-
it's a
I'm
midfield, I think
only
if it's a
saying
midfield
that-
3, and there's Boadi in Enzo and Elliot Anderson, or Kovacic, Enzo or Elliott converting something.
The only reason
But if
I
it's
mentioned
a double
Boadi,
two some way.
the only reason I mentioned Boadi, and I mentioned him in the sense that to say that I hope, and City have to hope, he's bringing something else that midfield already doesn't have. Because if all of their stocks are in Anderson, which we know Anderson, he's not someone who's going to influence the game from even his
I don't think he's
position.
as good as they make him.
Exactly.
look like.
No,
We'll
he's
see.
an ordinary player.
He is
don't
not
think he's special.
And the drop off from Rodri
I
to
think
these guys.
I think Elliot Anderson alongside Rodri would have been superb. I
The drop
I
off
think
from
we really
Rodri-
have been. But
Yes.
Yeah.
The drop off from Rodri to these guys, the options they've got is I think one player
But I
they
think
should.
Boadi is the replacement for Rodri, and not Elliot Anderson as the replacement for Rodri.
I hope so.
I think Boadi is the
I hope
replacement
so.
for Rodri. I
Because
genuinely think.
Anderson is nothing close to Rodri.
Yeah.
I hope so. And they have to hope that it works. One player I think would have been a safe bet for them would have been Nico Gonzalez. I don't understand why they left him. Because in him, he's a pure destroyer. You know what you are getting from him.
You need to balance books.
Well,
Anyway, let's take predictions quickly on the games that are coming up this weekend. So let's start off in the Premier League, guys. The first game that we will see Friday night, I think, tomorrow night, at the Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace will play against Man City, guys.
City win.
City win. Actually,
Because Palace themselves, they've got problems.
they've got issues. Yeah.
City win over 1.5.
Right. Liverpool play against Forest 11:30 Saturday. You know
Early
how
kickoff.
early kickoff Anfield. I realized first game at Anfield. I think.
I think
Liverpool will win.
I think they'll win. Forest, they're not looking
They will unveil
convincing.
Bacola there. The crowd will be pumped up. Ariola's first game in front of his crowd in the Premier League.
You see, I always tell people that crowd at Anfield, its true value is seen when the team is good.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The Forest,
No, they are intimidating, but it counts when the team is good.
Yeah, but
Forest don't have a goal scorer in that team.
I don't think.
You see,
Chris Wood.
Chris,
Now they have
his best
who-
season is
Who
gone.
scored over 10 goals last season?
That's his best season.
now they have the lap. They have lap. You see, the reason it's not about how good Forest are.
Who do you think is winning this game? The way you are doing.
Forest can get something. Forest can get something. See, last week,
Liverpool will
wait,
score
Tijo,
them like 3.
wait. We saw a depleted Newcastle team. There was no Dan Ben. There was
It's
no
St.
Jordan.
James's.
Oh,
It's
St.
difficult for everybody.
Charlie. And I'm saying Liverpool made the game difficult.
Yeah, it's St. James's Park. This is Nottingham Forest, a team that was.
At Anfield, a team
At
that
Anfield,
is
the
struggling.
Newcastle teams that have made things difficult, we know them.
I think Forest will go 2-2.
Forest lost against Leeds at
Leeds-
home on match day 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They
saying.
were not great. I don't think it's Anfield that will come and redeem themselves. Okay,
Early kickoff now.
go to Betu and go and do Liverpool win. Coach who will win Liverpool.
Liverpool.
2 against 1.
I think over 2.5. Seth.
This one could be nice. Bournemouth against Everton. Could go anywhere.
I think Bournemouth to win.
Marco Rose's Bournemouth. Yeah.
Yeah, they will win because look against City, they were really good.
Yeah.
But their defending was
Do-
so
do-
when we look at the
do-
goal Gay scored.
Yeah.
but
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah,
those
two chances.
Two chances. Erling Haaland
Even the
ball.
Haaland chance that
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think defensively they're a bit loose.
against
But let's see. But they are home. It's their first home game. as well.
also Everton will not trouble them the way City did.
that is it.
Right.
Yeah.
So who wins?
So Everton, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth for you?
Bournemouth for me.
I think it could be a draw. Okay, so we are looking at Coventry versus Hull.
I was telling that
Championship
this
game.
is the only winnable game for them in the first month.
Coventry?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
after this, they play Newcastle and City.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think Coventry gets something from this game. Coventry will not draw.
Coventry will be at home at the Coventry Building Society Arena.
Yeah.
Coventry for you, coach?
I think a draw.
A draw. I think Coventry will. But I'm wondering what that win will do for Hull. That win.
Against United.
I'm wondering what we will do for them. It could be something that,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, the thing also is that they are reverting to a back four this weekend against Coventry.
how sure are you?
Because they've always
would they change the
the
winning formula?
back three was for Man United.
You know what I'm saying? Would they change the winning from? Nada is weird. And they are going away from home. So it could be a tactic away from where you expect to see
Stability.
less of the ball. You are going to defend a lot
You
more.
want
Then you go
stability,
quick
so-
and cross. Then they'll do it, then they'll win, then they'll become a back three team. I think it's a tricky game.
But I say
But
Coventry.
I like Frank Lampard. To what he's done with. I think even the Coventry has started the second half. When he's made those substitutions, they played well.
yeah, but you see, they should
He
have
needs
spent.
to. You see, I don't.
They
What
should have
for
spent.
a manager who has played under Jose. I don't see that defensive structure with it.
No, I think
It's
it's
a
a bit
quality
more
that
offensive. Yeah.
is just not there.
Okay, Tottenham will play against Newcastle.
Wow.
Spurs need to redeem them. It's their first home game. Last season, their home form was terrible as well.
Is Fernandez still back? Is
Matheus?
Yes.
He was on the bench the last time.
Okay.
So I think he's in.
I think
For
And,
Spurs?
and Savinho has hit the ground running. He scored
For
twice
Spurs?
Yeah.
in the Carabao Cup.
Fernandez, he played yesterday.
Matheus Fernandes played yesterday.
Okay.
Savinho scored twice for them. And I think Savinho is like I told you last week, he'll have a lot of joy. He'll play as a proper winger. Like what Greenwood was doing for De Zerbi at Marseille at times. So but I think Spurs will
Spurs win.
Yeah, I don't think Newcastle travel well.
I think
Spurs
Newcastle will worry them.
Ooh.
Because look, the Spurs defending, I don't trust the goalkeeper. Those guys at the back there, I don't think
I don't know why Spurs have not replaced Kingsley.
I don't think they've played together enough.
Yeah, it's not a new team.
Yeah, still a new team.
And that's the thing about Spurs. They've signed so many new players who walk into the starting level. They need to build some partnership. So we'll see. Chelsea will play against Brighton. A lot of friends are going to meet themselves. Warburg will meet his former teammates.
It's a very dangerous game.
You know.
Very dangerous game for Chelsea.
And when I saw
But I
Chelsea's,
expect them to squeeze it.
when I saw Chelsea's first game, though, there were moments where they were like, wow, but the moment not too sure. So I think they have to tighten up again. And also they begin to have a reputation of a coach whose team concedes way too many goals.
Yeah.
At Leverkusen, at Real Madrid.
This one, I can pardon him. The first goal,
The first two goals. I mean,
one
the goalkeeper
Morgan
should
Rogers
have done.
goes to sleep, and then the goalkeeper also fluffs a shot he should be saving.
Yeah, but
The second goal will decide not to track his man, and then again the goalkeeper.
But here's the thing: it's the build up to those goals. When you look at the first goal, Lavia went to sleep,
Yeah.
and then the young
Morgan
boy,
Rogers also went to
the young boy, what's his name? The young boy who went to score for them, King.
King, yeah.
The King gets through and takes a shot and scores. The goalkeeper made an error. But it was so easy for them to pass into them. And then the second goal, one long ball over the top, it beats the whole defender. So the attacker brings it down
Yeah,
to
but
his weaker
I'm saying
foot
that-
and shoots.
I'm saying
so
that
it is those things that
in both games,
Yeah.
in both goals, if the individual decision was better, because they had enough bodies in the zones to deal with it. In fact, for the first goal, that was
so that's what I'm saying.
Created some good chances.
Apart from the goals they conceded, if the same King got some chance that he took on Lacroix and he dragged the
Look at the
ball.
one they left
King-
back.
Yes. So
Just
King
one
boy
long
that's-
ball.
yes.
is true.
Yes.
King, the boy that Abeloa
Robinson, yes.
the boy that Abeloa brought on, the one in the 11 years, I've forgotten his name. I tweeted it at the time. He was playing for Chelsea.
The Brazilian ball.
The Brazil- he was just he was making too many
there
bad
were times
decisions.
Chelsea looked very good, but there were times I was worried about them a little. I think Alonso has to firm that up because I saw it at Leverkusen. He would concede twice and he would do the comeback at Real
What
Madrid.
Brighton would not. Brighton is going to make life a bit different because they want to get on the ball and play.
And they will, yeah.
So the likes of Kopama, Morgan
They need
Rogers,
to work.
they cannot.
work.
It's looking very likely that Enzo is on his way out.
Yeah.
So
Lavia,
those
Caicedo
guys will
need
have
to-
to work.
Yeah.
They have to work.
Anyway, so but Chelsea for you, I still think Chelsea.
Yeah, I
Chelsea.
still think those fees.
Sunderland will be at home to Fulham.
Wow.
Sunderland lost their first game of the season. Remember,
I think Sunderland.
Ipswich
They have
beat
to
them.
up it a bit.
Yeah,
They have to up
Sunderland
it a
will-
bit.
I think I like what I saw from Fulham. I think Fulham could go to Stadium of Lights and cause them a big
That's what I'm
hassle.
saying.
What I like what I saw about Fulham. To be
Yeah,
honest,
they were very brave against
Yeah.
Chelsea, and I think that ability to get the boys to play their game was very clear. Sunderland will have to play better than they did.
yeah, against Ipswich, they were not at it at all.
At all. Anything less than that, they get beat.
I fancy Fulham though. What do you think?
I think Sunderland still.
Sunderland. Okay, Leeds United will be at home to Brentford after they are win away from home. Leeds
This is a
return
game I
home.
really want to watch.
Charlie, that free kick the guy scored against Forest.
Sweet.
The keeper for save up.
Yeah.
Because his starting position
did
was
not dip.
poor. It did, but you see, because his starting position was not close enough, recovering from that position then
No, but the
became
ball
an issue.
went over the wall.
No, but the ball, it was, there was an angle to it. So
Yes.
the keeper,
No, but you see, it was a good
Fluffs
kick,
it.
but you expect the keeper to
yeah,
save
to
it.
make a save.
All right, but who wins it now? Leeds
I
and
think a scoring draw.
scoring draw for you.
I think Leeds, they're stubborn.
I'm very happy for Daniel Fark. Very happy for him because
Your friend.
you know he always had a reputation of Norwich will come and they'll go and people thought he was a championship manager and he kept Leeds in and now he's here again, won his first game and everything. I think Leeds will win at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and Man United will play. Nah, Leeds will win this game. Mamadou Sangari.
That's right. Look, he was very, very
Sangari.
super good.
No.
Is he French?
No, he's Malian.
It's Malian.
He's Malian. I mean, I knew he was playing at Lens, obviously because Lens were doing so well last season. So they were competing for the league. So I'm looking at who are playing. I saw a game or two in Lens.
But against Spurs,
I saw him and I was like, oh, he's good. Then at the AFCON, I was fortunate I was running commentary, so I did a couple of Mali games. So I watched him closely, watched him play closely, and I was sold.
Yeah.
So after the AFCON, I kept telling boys that Man United should forget the Elliot Anderson and Baleba. At the time, Baleba was 120 million. You know those?
Yeah.
Go for that Lens guy. He won't be more than 40 million. I thought he was, but it's good that he's come to the Premier League in Brentford, no pressure. He will settle in, and then I'm sure next 2 seasons, if he continues like he's starting.
He's a brilliant player. The only thing I would say about that transfer, and for those who say that the price would have been different for big clubs, that's true. Lens would have asked for significantly higher. But even at that perceived inflated price,
It would still have been cheap.
It would still have been cheap.
It wouldn't have been more than
for
50
this
million.
market.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Quarter at most between 55 and 60.
I think Brentford have still got a very stable team. The team has not been distracted by transfers.
No, not much.
I think they can cause trouble to Leeds.
In fact,
Scoring draw could be right.
The World Cup was good for them. It got Thiago flopping at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Was good for them.
He didn't play lots of games.
Yes, because if he had done well, these people would have been asking for 100 million for
people will be buying it. Right. Now there's Man United. First game for Man United at home against Ipswich.
It's against Ipswich. They're expected to win. Anything apart from that.
Yeah. But I think of course, in the way they played against Hull, I don't think they can go back-to-back game playing same way. I think it will be a kicker. They will.
I think they win 2-0.
Then there'll be Aston Villa United Emirates. Good evening against his former club, Arsenal.
Arsenal to win.
Oh, this one. Villa.
You see, if Villa hadn't, or if they had all their players, Morgan Rogers, Tilleman,
No Konsa, no Telemann, no Rogers, no Oli Watkins, no Martinez,
No Martinez.
no Lucadinha.
Yeah,
That's about 7 of the starting lineup.
No Amadou Onana as well.
So 8.
Yeah, who's,
depleted team.
and they are going in without a recognized striker because the young boy they brought.
They're relying on Victor Lindelof. No,
Tammy Rabia Brown.
Abraham Seff is going to Ipswich.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's going to Ipswich.
And one day we have to talk about how financial fair play is not helping teams like Villa and Newcastle to break that top 6.
The tier below.
Yeah, because Aston Villa desperately always need to sell
To balance the books.
to be able to balance books to then. So they qualify for Champions League, but the money they spend to qualify for Champions League means that for the UEFA rule, they have to sell to be able to make it into it.
It's
and
tough.
So Newcastle can break the cycle. Aston Villa can break the cycle. No other team outside the top 6 can dream of consistently maintaining success. One day we'll talk about the nonsense of financial fair play. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for today. It's been wonderful coming here. Let me remind you guys again. About what Betway is offering you, right? And so this is what is going to happen. In the next 4 to 5 weeks, Betway is giving you the chance to win 64 TV-inch soundbar or a smartphone. All you have to do is to place a multi-bet of 10 Ghana cedis or more on 3 or more legs, and with the odds of totaling 2+, and add 2 or more EPL games. So just take a look at the leagues, right? 2 or more of the leagues, and then do that. Then bet more to top the leaderboard, and you could win either prizes. Guys, thank you so much for you doing the watching. Please follow us, like the pod, drop your comments, share with your friends, put on the notification button, and then be a part of the Malam Go podcast party or Malam Go podcast family. Gentlemen, it's a wrap.